Hey Skyfarers, and welcome to Aethercast, the Kharadron Overlords channel and podcast, where today we're talking about the new book. It's here, new book. It's early. We've got it. It's leaked. We're talking about it. Joining me for tonight's show, we have Duard and Max Bowman. Welcome to the show, Max.
Hello, people.
We have our Endrinmaster to the Garden and Ogle, Mr. Matt Barker.
Happy to be back, Lee. Thanks for hosting.
Glad to have you as always, Matt. And we have our Thunderer from Down Under, Mr. Alexander Cron.
Great to be here.
Straight from the caverns.
straight from
Listen,
the echoey halls
Central Command is deep below underground in a bunker, and Cron's time for security watch.
Hey,
Well,
look,
the leaks had to come from somewhere, and now they can't find me.
He's in a cave like Bin Laden. They're gonna pick him up in a helicopter and drop him.
Holy shit!
He's
that's...
down in the hole. There's no ether gold. It's all empty.
Yeah, he's in the engine room. You know,
in the brig.
Since Barrack Urba's crashed, it's got some technical difficulties.
R.I.P. Press F in the chat, boys. F in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads of people in the chat. Hi to everyone in the chat. Who we've got? I've got to scroll. That's how many people in the chat. We've got Stefan, Breda, Zachary, Chad. What's up?
What's up?
That's I'm not saying what's up to them. That's someone's name. Orzek, Jungle Camper.
Everybody is
Still
super
scrolling.
Pumped for this book.
And
I'm sure.
loads of Fs for Barrack Urba's. Justice.
They're here for nonsensical takes.
No more thunderers.
Very definitely. So, new book. How excited is everybody?
How often does this come around? You know, come on, let's go, boys. Let's pump up the energy.
Once per edition.
New book day.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Big changes, but they look. Some of them look pretty spicy. I reckon.
I agree.
Cool stuff. Questions in the chat about points. We got
them.
We are covering points on the show.
Don't worry, everybody. We got you covered.
Not 100% sure if we have the full gamut of points, but we're 90% sure we got all of the points.
We got the points, and the ones we didn't like, we made up some points. Who knows?
And
It's Wild West at the moment. No official
warn
points from
everyone
GW. Play
that me and Max have both been drinking. Matt is, I don't know how much Matt's doing Matt things. As the only one that is sober is Cron, who has just woken up.
Hey, I'm not driving the ship today, boys. Cheers, you know?
So it's going to be a fun show. Cron's half asleep. We will get her fall asleep soon. So, cool stuff.
We're excited.
We're going to just dive right into it because there's a lot to cover.
There's so much to go over. Like, what was
like
everybody's like?
Slides?
Yeah.
So let's do some overall stuff before we dive into details.
Everyone's ready
sort of
for a 4-hour show.
Yeah.
No,
it's going to be 3 hours and 59 minutes.
That's the goal. Yeah.
General stuff. Boats are more durable. Balloon boys are more durable. Generally, the army's a little bit more durable, but we're slower. Can't pick up fights as well because we've lost the reader shenanigans, which we'll cover in detail in a minute. But yeah, troop transport is not as strong as it was, though it still exists. And we've got 2 new units, new hero, and terrain piece.
4 new terrain pieces.
Yeah.
And this
they're units.
Self-destructing.
We got things. We got little drones.
What was everybody's like immediate? You all right? You sit down. You open the PDF. Somebody PM'd it to you, and you open it. You read through it. What's your initial impression?
Well, I didn't just get it that way. Like I'd seen some of Rob's live stream stuff and that, but not all of it because real life.
I'm just trying to set the stage here, Lee. What was your
But yeah. Yeah, so I get your point. So my point was I got things in a different order to the PDF. But basically, I knew about the 2+ wounds. I was like, okay, that's good. But then I also knew from the article about like losing the redeploy stuff.
Yeah, of
I
course.
was like, okay, well, this sort of makes up for it. But I like the direction it's gone. What's that?
They found it.
They found Con.
Alex, what's happening?
It's the
Well,
cat.
The cat. the cat.
well-oiled machine.
The cat is attacking.
There's noise coming from the engine room.
They're breaching.
Oh, you know it's a good show when you're already making fake cat noises. Stefan says it seems like every time we get a new book, the playstyle changes completely. That's kind of
probably
true because it's like they're struggling to work out exactly how to do an army with boats that can transport troops and has loads of shooting in a game where no one else can transport stuff and doesn't have much shooting. It's a melee game. So basically, I feel like what they've done is toned down both of those things so that they can make us more like a normal Age of Sigmar army.
But they
Does that feel-
definitely added aspects to cover it.
Yeah. We're less different to all the other armies now, I feel, in some ways. Not in a bad way, but we're it's more like we're going to play the game rather than our own separate game. in some
Max,
ways.
what was your initial impression?
Well, similar to Lee, I didn't get the PDF. I watched Rob's stream, and it was a roller coaster of emotions. It's like
Yeah.
you get the traits, like what the heck? You get
Mhm.
artifacts. What is this? Then you get some of these. Then you turn to the page. Oh, 2+ save, and then yay, and oh, and yay, and then what are the points? Then you get the points. And then
Yeah,
I
we only
start
got the
drinking.
points today, so it's
Up
like,
and down,
Yeah,
up
and
and
then
down for you.
I've been drinking since. Yeah.
See, I got
Mm.
them as I didn't watch Rob's stream because I like to get everything all at once and try to go through it and absorb it all at once. So I got a link
Mhm.
and I scrolled through it, and yeah, I had the same wave of emotion, Max, but mine was probably much in rapid success, much more rapid because I'm just thumbing through everything and just reading everything super quick. I missed a bunch of stuff. So I calmed down. I went back and I looked at it, and I realized after my initial shock at how much everything had changed, I realized that there's probably more varied play style here, and they gained a lot more than they lost, is my overall impression.
Cool.
I think it's a
My initial
like
so that what initial question very similar to Matt's, I reckon. I saw what first read it on the PDF as well, and I was initial impression very excited about boats. Then I read the rules properly and was less excited about boats, but I think I'm still pretty excited about boats.
I like boats. And
Well, you're in the
the
right
I'm big on
army.
the boats.
Because the only other army with boats, they're shipwrecks. So, well,
Yeah,
technically there's
boats
there's
you can't
fly boat.
fly, except
Yeah.
with spooky magic.
Yeah. So cool. Let's start cracking into some details.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
We're going to go through all the allegiance stuff. Then we've got points. We'll do the points once we sort on the allegiance stuff to sort of prep us for looking at the units.
Yeah, totally.
Because people are still asking about points. We will talk about points. Don't worry. Cool. So, first of battle traits. So, cover. Exactly the same. You get -1 to hit if you're near a boat. Good. Fly high. Exactly the same. You can put
Exactly
a
the
ship
same.
in the sky during deployment, and you put stuff with it up to its transport capacity. And then you can put them down on the table during your movement. phase.
Everything has to be away from 9, not just the boat that comes down.
So that's all the same as it was. What has changed? Transport Skyfires is a big change because your movement phase only.
Mhm.
So you can't do power through, and you can't do it on a redeploy,
Correct.
and you can't take stuff out of combat anymore. Where is it?
It is
Something says it says
significantly
combat.
weaker, just in
Not
general.
in combat there. Whoa. So it's a lot weaker. And there's still the caveat of you can't charge afterwards. So it still exists. And that fundamental way we transport units is the same, which is good because I like having my models on the table. I don't want to go back to having to tell people, oh, there's a hero in this
Agreed.
boat and there's units this one that you can't see. Models on the table is a
Agreed.
good thing.
Agreed.
And how do you feel about losing the
Sorry.
redeploy?
What's the cat doing?
It's his drill. It's his drill bill.
Sorry.
It's his chaotic drill bill.
This is chaos.
Yeah. Just one question to the viewers. Can you read what's on the screen? Because maybe it's me, maybe it's my PC, but it's very hard
Small.
to see. No, it's a bit
Blurry.
pixely, blurry. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with
maybe
you,
it's me.
I wasn't reading because I already know. I read and I understand.
Okay, they can
Yeah,
barely
but-
see it. Okay. I'm not sure if it's the quality of the stream.
Blurry. I
Because
know
the PDF
the
is
Skyvessel-
perfectly clear.
Okay.
Lee, can
It
you
might be the
zoom in a
quality
little
of the
bit?
stream. Not really, because the thing is like it's like the bottom of the screen share is here, so like all that bit below it, I can't use.
I
Do
see.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
same at the top. It's
And
like
if
in
I
a
put it on
window
the
that's
full
Now
screen,
it's
smaller
I
better.
can read it.
But it's
Yeah,
it's
I think
coming
it
and
was the
going. Maybe
internet
it's
went a
just
bit dodgy.
And I think everybody has the rules,
Yeah.
so we can just use this as for sure.
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
I
We'll
did- I
copy.
think-
PM me on Discord, and my name is in the parentheses, and I'll give you the PDF.
Mhm. It did. I think the internet dropped out a little bit for
I
a while.
I
got
think
a
that
warning.
I think the change to Transport Skyfarers was probably being able to hop away and redeploy is pretty strong and pretty negative play experience. I think the taking away the ability to do it on power through, my opinion, a little punitive, a little bit overly overreaching. I think maybe if you just said the player's turn rather than the player's movement phase, I think would have been a little bit more fair. I should be able to use my battle trait across my entire turn rather than across just a single phase when it's the central battle trait. But that's just me. But being able to just redeploy half your army, like 15 inches away or whatever, something crazy is nuts. So
The non-KO players are definitely celebrating the removal of the redeploy.
I mean, the non-KO players still haven't understood KO movement, so just
yeah, they just take our word for it.
no one understood how KO.
They're like, "Oh, you're gonna shoot me off the board with Thunderers, right?" And I'm like, "What did you play one guy against KO like 4 years ago?" Like,
But as a change for the game as a whole, I think it's a good change. And I noticed that they also changed like Murderlust for Khorne.
yeah,
And so they can't, because they could do the similar sort of thing where they like if you couldn't end your move within 6 inches of them because then within 6 inches of them because then they move forwards 3
9.
and then you'll be was it 9? Even worse.
Well, because they can redeploy and then Murderlust and then
Redeploy,
be in
Murderlust, and
combat.
then 3-inch combat range.
So the point is, if you got too close to them, they would prevent your charge. So if you needed a charge for a buff, they'd present it. And if you were too far away, then they'd move away from you, then you wouldn't get your charge. And it's all this preventing charges is really not that great for the game, really.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just
Overall, it's better.
Yeah. So it's good they've changed it. Power through, I feel like it's it got dragged in, kind of like just as a consequence. But it is what it is. That was also kind of obnoxious.
Rule, right?
Yes, we got a new-ish rule because they basically took a rule that was on the Admiral's War Scroll. Yeah, they moved the rule from the Admiral's War Scroll to the battle trait, so you, in theory, don't have to have an Admiral to use it, but it does synergize with the Admiral when we look at his War Scroll later. So basically, you get to pick a flagship. Ironically, you pick that in deployment, not on your list construction.
Yep.
Yes.
So you could be like, this one's my flagship, and this one's my flagship. Because
especially not even the boat, but you choose which enhancement, which makes it very flexible.
Because if a boat is a flagship, it gets to have a great Endrinwork. Because now we have great Endrinworks again. They're back. great Endrinworks, which is cool. I think we
Yeah.
all missed them.
Yes.
They were fun before. It makes sense for KO to have Artefacts.
A lot of flavor there too, as well as like on the table, enhancement of the units War Scroll.
Yes.
Okay, so just catching up on the chat. Talia says someone who has played against KO this edition, it also helps remove the strong singular reliance on one trait, because watching someone concede after their Ironclad dropped felt bad. Yeah, I mean it skewed list building a bit, because you're like, well, only one boat can do the redeploy trick because the way things go, and then you're like, it was a bit weird.
This does incentivize using multiple boats now, not just putting all your eggs in one redeployable basket.
I love the way as soon as Con started to speak, I covered up his face. Osrek says transporting seems to be marginal now. You'd use it for thunderers or company, where it seems pointless to transport balloon guys.
I disagree.
I wouldn't say that.
I disagree. But I guess we'll get into that later, right?
Yeah, in about 2.5 hours.
It depends when you're transporting, because
I got
transporting.
You got 2 out of me. Then the
Transporting in the
gone.
movement phase is one thing, but there is. We should say that some things haven't changed. So, like frigates can still take guys with them when they charge. Things like Brokk can still do run and charge. So there's a lot of fundamental stuff that the army was doing before that was very important to play style that still exists. So you will still want to transport some stuff in your charge phase if you're taking a frigate. Stefan says Games Workshop's a bit weird. They don't transport, but they give this stupid teleport stuff to cities and prayer point. It works on 2 pass and a reroll. Nobody can do anything. Yeah.
Somebody was high on Aether Gold when they wrote that Pontifex War Scroll, and I assume that'll get changed at some point.
Hopefully.
Somebody was sniffing some Aether Gold or something before they wrote that War Scroll, because it's wild.
And they're basically giving it to Iron Jaws as well, haven't they? So it's like
they're giving it to
taking it away.
Ogres.
Yeah, they're just taking it away from some people and giving it to others. It's like, make up your mind. Do you want this in the game or not?
They took Murder Lust away from Khorne, and they give Burger Lust to the Ogres.
That's good. That's good.
Not mine, but it's fun. Let's move on. So we got new formations. Some are the same.
There's 2 to talk about.
Let's quickly go through
them.
We'll talk about all 4 listeners. Lee, which one is your favorite one?
Bottom right, Endrin Expeditionary Force.
Absolutely.
For 2 artifacts, which is the one that we had before, but used to lose out to Aether runners a lot of the time. Because there's lots of good artifacts, which we'll get to in a minute.
Shout out to Entrenched Crews.
Okay, so Entrenched Crews, what are you shouting out because you like it, or like as you feel sorry for
I think no. Shout out because I think it at least offers a varied play style.
Okay, so
it's the starting point to a different build.
Okay, let me explain why it's bad. So Entrenched Crews, what it does for anyone that doesn't know is you pick 3 friendly Arkanaut company units for the targets. For the rest of the battle round, if the target has not been set up that battle round while it hasn't moved, you can subtract 1 from Rend for attacks to target that unit. The trouble is transporting Arkanauts counts as a setup.
Yes, of course.
And they move forward. So basically, if you don't move your Arkanauts all game, they get they're more defensive.
Or what if you set them up bottom of turn 1 and they are now one of the best screens in the game? Round 2.
Deploy just 20 Arkanauts on an objective and just keep them there all game.
And then the moment you charge them, you activate potentially several debuffs and abilities.
It's much easier. You move them before the game starts.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like there's so many. It triggers the building of a different pathway in your list construction.
Yeah. At first, I didn't like this one because I said, "Well, what is this? So can't set them up."
It's anti-synergist.
At second glance, it can be very powerful.
Okay, So you guys, yeah, you thought
I
you
do
guys
like.
thought
Well,
about that a
we'll
bit
talk
more than
about
me.
when we get to some heroes on the boats.
Yeah.
My
Keep
favorite
this
is
in mind.
definitely still the artifact one, though.
Yeah, of course,
Yes,
because the
it
artifacts
is.
are great.
It's very flexible. Again, you choose after deploying in the deployment phase, so you can just tailor your army to your opponent. You get the Void Sun Orb, or you get the Burst Grenade, or whatever you want. The one we missed out is Rapid Redeployment Squadron.
Missed out 2. We missed out 2.
Oh, 2. Yeah, well, this is one of the ones we missed.
One of them just might as well
the
not
new
even
one.
exist.
So what
Yeah.
what does it do? You can have Gunhaulers transport 2 units and up to 6 models instead of 1 and 5 models. Basically, a 5-man troop plus a hero. Which
or reinforce balloon boys for
Yes.
whatever reason.
Yes.
yes, something we wanted for a long time. We
Now it's an
requested
entire
for a
battle
long time.
formation.
Now it's a formation that we don't want it.
Yeah.
then,
Yeah, it's
Of course,
weird that
the
it's
other
a
one just getting
formation.
Go ahead, say it.
As I was going to say, it's weird it's a formation, not an Endrin work. But
Yeah,
fine.
I
It
mean,
means you can do it on lots of boats.
I'll tell you why in a second. Because the collapsible compartment is gone and it's now a collapsible bomb
Bomb rack.
compartment.
Well, you know this big collapsible compartment thing we got? What if we put bombs in there? That's what the great minds of Barrack Air
This
Base.
man of promotion. And then, of course, the one that nobody will ever take because why would you? Friendly Vongrim Harpoon crew and Salvagers get a 6 aboard while they're contesting an objective. So
It's like, okay, cool.
It's
It's
not bad
like that.
per
it's
se.
not bad, but
If
it's,
you're taking loads of those guys, fine.
Yeah.
but
not
even
bad.
then, wouldn't you just rather another incredible like if our artifacts were doo-doo, then
Mhm.
yeah, it would be, I think, seen as something you could do if you wanted to max those guys out. But
Mhm.
because you have either an Arkanaut heavy build or you can just choose 2 out of 3 great artifacts, the choices are pretty limited.
What I don't like about this is you need to contest an objective.
Just give them a 6 aboard.
Mhm.
Otherwise, the 6 up war would be great because now
Give 'em a
you're
6 up
-1 to hit, -1 to wound, minus friend, next to a boat,
There's-
6 up
There's
ward.
another
It
build
becomes
there,
very
right?
tanky.
Yeah, exactly.
Something we maybe should point out, it's always been this case with the Engineers Guild. You need to pick artifacts from the inventions of the Skyport. So those are the artifacts from the book. You cannot choose the Scourge of Gairan artifacts, and you cannot mix them. You cannot take 1 and 1. Actually, can you?
You can if you take a Scourge of Garan one first.
Does this
First,
book
because
override
the
Scourge?
Scourge of
Oh, yes,
Garan
you're right.
rules prohibit
You're
you
right.
to choose from 2 artifact tables, though. So I don't know if
Do
this
they?
still applies.
Oh, you're
in the
right. Yes,
deployment
Max,
phase.
you're correct. You can either use Scourge of Gairan artifacts or Scourge of Gairan or the
Yeah, and
invention
the
Skyport.
using, I'm not sure if it's limited to army building or because now we're in deployment phase, if it still applies. I'm not sure.
That would be on the Scourge of Gairan rules.
The Scourge of Garan, there's a PDF. I read it before because I was wondering about the Endrinwork. The Endrinwork works, that one, because it's
I'll
a
look it up.
special
Okay.
enhancement. But they especially point out artifacts and traits, and if you use one table, you cannot mix with a different table.
Does this book override the Scourge of Garan rules, or do we still have access to those?
No, you
They
still have
still
access
exist.
to them.
We still
Okay.
have them.
So
They're
we
in
still have
addition.
the soggy Codewright and the soggy Gunhauler.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
There's some good stuff in there still. Okay, let's just check the chat. Atelia says that the GHP is going to hyper focus on movement and tricks around it, so having a solid defense base like Arkanauts could be helpful.
Okay,
Osric
well, do you
says
want me to read,
Gunhaulers should just carry 6.
Do you want me to read the Scourge of Gairan rule that's relevant to what we were just talking about?
Yes, please, if you have it.
Yeah, it says if you pick from a Scourge of Gairan artifact of power or heroic trait table, you pick from that table instead of other such tables available to your faction, not in addition to. This is stated in the rules that accompany the relevant table.
So is that just meaning that though you don't get to give 2 heroic traits though, and you don't get to get 2 artifacts of power generally, but then if
I
you've got
guess
another
that. Yeah, I suppose that battle
between.
formation is just saying, "Hey, go ahead and pick an artifact from this table specifically."
Yeah.
You're not choosing to use that table.
So I
But
think
it's still picking. You cannot pick from 2 tables though, and you're still picking. So I'm not
yeah,
sure.
but is it each time?
Give that hero 1 artifact of power from that table, and then again, this says if you pick from the Scourge of Ghyran artifacts of power or heroic traits table, you pick from that table instead of other such tables available to your faction.
Yeah, so if you pick from that table, you're doing it instead. It's basically, I think all that rule is saying that Scourge of Ghyran typically is an alternative choice, not an extra.
Yeah.
So you don't get to get 2 artifacts for everyone. They didn't give everyone an extra. Yeah, I don't think it really has any bearing on this rule. I think you could, but because this specifically calls out,
so you can take the spell bottle and then the grenade.
Like what Lee is saying is, for example, it says give this hero 1 artifact of power. Period. You would have to choose a second one from Scourge of Ghyran, but because it specifically says from the Inventions of the Skyports, it doesn't conflict.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to have at least 1 from this book, but you could have 1 soggy
even better. Yep.
But the important thing is, as well, is the one that if you want to have a soggy one, it has to be in your list. You can't.
It has to be the first
one you pick in, because you pick the second one in deployment. So that's like you can pick it matchup dependent. So the matchup dependent ones have to come from this book, basically. Cool. So let's move on and talk about heroic traits.
This is going to be a quick discussion.
As Max, as Max alluded to, there is a way to move units before the game starts, because you can give a hero a thing where you get to pick that hero and 2 other friendly Kharadron Overlords non-hero infantry units, so not boats basically, and not other heroes, and they get to do a normal move as if it was your movement phase after deployment, but before the first battle round starts.
Yes.
So you get a scout move basically. As they're generally referred to. I guess the problem with Arkanauts is they will only move 4 because it's a normal move. You can't do a run, but it's that means
move.
Turn 1.
That's pretty good.
That's probably just going to be really good with other stuff. Especially if you know whether you get to choose who's going first,
which you should know at this point.
Because it happens in deployment.
Yeah. Well, as long as you outdropped your opponent. If not your opponent.
You have an idea how he's set up, where he is,
exactly.
and so on, and you. I mean, the other infantry units, the flying ones, move 12 inches, and that's like more than half of the board.
Yeah,
that's nice. But remember, you will be outside of your nice warm bubble of protection from Skyvessel cover.
Sure.
Yeah, the guys that move 12 probably don't need this anyway. If you think about it in many situations.
I mean, it means you can really threaten your opponent. If you give me the turn now, I can alpha you because my balloons will move 24 inches, basically in my first turn.
Or if you if you know you're going to have the choice and you're like, cool, I'm going to move these 2 6-packs of Skywardens 12 inches up, and then my boat's going to move, and then I'll still be within Skyvessel cover, and now I'm free to do whatever I need. It's just a lot of open-endedness to your first turn.
You can also deploy on one side. They deploy across from you, and then you just move them to the side.
Yeah.
It doesn't say you need to move forward. You can move backwards or sideways, and now you're just gone. Or you give them an opening. Oh, they'll go over there. No, we'll play on the other side of the battlefield.
It adds a wrinkle to the pregame, and to be honest with you, the other 2 choices, there's not a lot of strong competition, so you might as well take it.
Let's talk about the other 2 choices.
I kind of rate the Boulder's Brass, the 5 to the unit's control score.
Okay.
Really. Just because you put your Ironclad and your hero on a boat, and you've got on an objective, and you've got 17 on that objective, so they aren't taking that off of you until they kill you, which now is pretty difficult.
It'd be 12, right?
I think
Well, the
Cobb's thinking ahead to
Well,
the Endrin.
he's putting
that's trash.
the
You're
enhancement.
taking the.
Oh, I
the
see.
enhancement
Yes, of
before.
course. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
I understand. Yes.
So you just stick that on objective and go, cool. I don't care if you've got a giant on here now. This is mine.
And then you take a Codewright and add another 5.
At 10, at that point, you can pick up the 3 units. So he adds 5 to the boat, 5 to the hero. Now you've got 20.
Yeah.
I think the Codewright can only pick infantry now. Skyfarers. We'll get to that at some point. I'm sure I read that.
Or so you could walk the Codewright onto an objective and then make him 12, count as 12.
Yeah.
You can pick himself.
Yeah.
So now I see all of you.
It would be
Nah,
just like a Codewright to walk it towards something important and just be like, I am the most important person around. Look at that people have written books about me, and he's like pointing.
But the book says.
Yeah. And then the last one is you get to use 2 fight abilities, but you fight last in the second one.
Yeah.
Maybe on a dirigible, but
Not bad on an Admiral.
It's a very good trade, but not for our heroes, I think.
Yeah. This is the sort of thing you want if you have like a hero on a monster that's got like 3 melee profiles and on a Dwarden heroes.
I mean, if you put this on a null, chemist and he's fighting a wizard, then he's doing 4 damage a swing on 8 attacks over the course of the over the course of the combat phase. If he survives, but he's got 3 up save.
Yeah, but he wounds on 4s, so nothing will happen.
Does he hit? I thought he wounds on 3s. I thought he hits on 4s.
No, I think the shot wounds on 4s for sure. The clamp, I don't know. We'll see it when we get there.
There you go. I may be mistaken, but it was just a thought. You know, you're looking.
There's a point for the chat that if you charge with a frigate, obviously your first fight you get strike first, and then the strike last, and the strike first, and then you're not. The strike. No wait. You'd have.
Yes. The answer to the question is yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is correct. It can be done. It's a clever use of it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You transport Skyfarers or assault boat in Admiral, and he can strike first and then strike normal.
It's a trick that Slays to Darkness players use when they double activate, and they can have a hero with chain activation pull up over units to strike first, and then it cancels out their strike last or something. I've seen it happen. It's a good point out. Yeah, thank you.
This is only strike last on the second fight.
Exactly.
And you're not getting.
So you get the strike first from the boat.
Yeah.
And then your strike last becomes a
generically. Yeah. You just get strike first generically. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So then your second one is normal.
Twice
So that's pretty good. It's a shame you can't put it on Brokk. It's the thing.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
Brokk
basically,
that you want. It's Brokk that you want going in, giving other people +1 attack as well, and then
doubling up. But
it's
moving
not
on.
bad, I think, but that's probably use something else. Our heroes are not really combat heroes, I'd say.
No. And that's why it's almost always better just to use Shrewd Opportunist, just so you have the opportunity to do something tricky, or if you spot something or your opponent messes up in deployment or whatever you want to do. Yeah, it's just options.
Cool. Let's move on. So Artifacts power, we alluded to these being good. Voidstone Orb, exactly the same as it was.
Yes.
I think.
Amazing.
No change.
Still
30
amazing.
inches, wizard.
Yeah. Okay. Burst
Like
Grenade.
Shania Twain, it's like the Shania Twain song, You're Still the One. Just a love song to Voidstone Orb.
Looks like it's the same. Is in fact
Grenade.
once a turn.
Once per turn.
No one tell no one.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell Games Workshop.
Everybody be quiet.
No one mentioned this to the guys up top. Yeah.
They don't watch our show, so we don't have to worry about it.
So every turn we can turn off a ward save. Just every turn. Once a turn.
Yeah. And we don't need to seed the unit. It's
nope. No dice roll.
12.
No visibility.
It's not a shooting attack, so we can still run and then do this.
Oh, that's a cute unit with a ward. You have an obscuring terrain. It'd be a shame if now you don't have a ward and I can charge them and do lots of damage to you, and I don't need to shoot you.
Yeah.
It's like Guy Fieri throwing the grenade meme, just like.
It's your shooting phase, so you cannot
So
do it in
good.
theirs. But
Yeah.
So good.
last until end of turn.
Shooting and combat. And
keep that in
and
mind
all
when
the
we come-
and maybe the time charges and all that shit.
But there's another
This-
one I really like.
Okay.
Lee, read out the full
So
name, please.
Yes. 3 times in a
The
row.
Blazebeard and Sons bamboozling flat gun. Okay, I'm just going to read out what it does.
I'm glad he didn't have to spell it at least.
Yes. So once per turn, it's a reaction for when your opponent declares a charge ability within 12 inches of this hero.
Say those first three words again.
so-
Say those first 3 words again. Once per
Blazebeard
turn.
and Sons
No.
bamboozling
once
No.
per turn.
Once per turn.
once per turn.
Oh. Oh,
Yes, they
just the
like
3
once per
sweetest
turn.
words in the English language.
Yeah. No,
So it
imagine
also
if
works on a
was once per turn
counter-charge.
as well.
Imagine if Woodstock was once per turn.
There he goes. Max has got it. Max has
Yeah.
got it. Max has
It
got it.
works. It works on counter charges as well.
And it's after they
Oh,
declare
it
it.
does work on counter
Max,
charge.
Max got the
And
sauce.
it's after they declare, so
Ooh.
after they spend 2 points.
And it's like, oh,
It's
yeah.
almost as good as the old fuck you stuff.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought of. The fuck off staff. I love that. I love that people still remember that. Like, which only came about from one like Facebook message conversation with Gary Percival, wherever you are. Shout out to you, Gary. Gary P.
Yeah, he's still
DOG.
around. But he's playing
DOG.
free.
24k. Yeah. So the effect of this is you pick 1 dice in your opponent's charge roll. Then you make a d6 roll yourself.
No. What's
if
the
you're
name?
a-
What do you do, Lee? Be
You
correct.
make a bamboozling black roll of d6.
Yes.
Ah, got him.
What?
Fantastic.
Bamboos.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
announce to my
I
opponent.
am every time.
I am
I am now
making-
making a bamboozling flak roll. Everybody
Commence the-
stand back.
Commence the bamboozling.
It's gonna be so great.
Okay. So if your roll equals or exceeds the value on their dice, you remove their dice from their charge roll.
Yes.
Oh,
So awesome.
So it takes a little while to get your head around this because first of all, it's equals or exceeds.
Yes.
And then you have to think about what sort of charge rolls people might make. So if someone makes a 9-inch charge roll, the highest their worst dice could be is a 4. So on a
Yes.
4+, you remove 4 from their charge roll.
It's so good. It's so
And
good.
if they make like a
When
7,
it goes off,
then it's going to be
nuts.
Or like how many
If they
times
make
do they
a-
roll like a 5 and a 2? And as long as you have a 1/3 chance of just denying a 7-inch charge.
Mm-hmm.
no, it's more. It's a 2+. It's a 4/5, 4,
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
5,
I was thinking about
6.
that backwards.
5,
Yes.
6.
Yeah.
Of a
I
chance
knew how
to-
good it was.
Right.
I was just thinking about it backwards. Yes.
It's kind of
it-
weird because the better their charge roll, the more you can remove from the thing. Like if they,
I mean,
if
if
they
they
roll a-
if they roll a 12,
yeah,
you need a 6 up to make
To
it a
do
6.
anything,
So
yeah,
it's not. So
exactly.
the better they roll, better for them. But often these rolls
Well-
will be a 7, a 3, a 4, a 6, and a 1.
How many
So-
times has
they-
somebody needed a
if they
3-inch
roll
charge
a
and then
6
you
and
roll?
a 1,
Yeah.
you're only going to remove a 1 from their charge roll, so they're only going to be removing. They're only -1 to charge.
Yeah, but
Whereas
if they
roll a,
needed that one,
yeah,
Like,
but they
imagine
roll
if they
a
needed
4 and
a
a 2, you
5-inch
minus the 2.
charge.
So
I mean, how
it's
many
like-
times are people like 3 inches away and then they roll
yeah.
a 2 and a 2? And you're like, oh, cool. On a
Mhm.
2 up, you can't charge.
there's
Well, like, yeah,
it
they-
gets
they-
better.
They're
It gets
5 inches
better.
away. They roll 2 3s.
It gets better.
And then you just
Max,
you
does
Gets
it?
better.
take 3 out.
Yes.
Just
If we just had some hero that could reduce your charge rolls.
Damn it. Damn it. If only. If only.
If only. Let's see.
Hmm.
Stay
Moving on.
tuned.
Well, we do. But then if you have this, do you need that hero?
Yes.
Why not?
Makes it
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah.
okay, no less goals.
Yeah. So, which do you think is the best of these 3?
The
Because
burst
they're all
grenade.
good.
The
So
burst grenade.
the name is obvious. We know which one.
Which name is? All right. So we're doing namings first.
Yeah. The
Okay.
Blazebeard and Sons bamboozling flak gun.
Prepare to be bamboozled.
Yeah, exactly, just for that. And burst grenade, always great, but
Yeah.
we do have other options to remove boards in the army now.
True.
But I think it is still a very strong option to take. This would be
Yeah.
my not on the list artifact, which I would then choose according to my opponent. If my opponent doesn't have wards in his army, I'm not going to use that one.
If they don't
It's
have
a
wizards, you
wasted-
don't
it's
need
a
the
wasted
ward symbol,
artifact.
so it's
Or-
So I'm not
or-
gonna.
what the thing goes
I might
for.
take the orb instead. Yeah.
Which is why the battle formation where you can pick an extra artifact in deployment phase is so good, because all three of these artifacts are incredible for very different cases and uses, right? Like, there was always a debate: do you take the burst grenade or the voidstone orb in our current index? I always took voidstone orb. Some people call me crazy and swore by the burst grenade. Now you don't have to choose. Now, if it's appropriate, you just take both.
You didn't have to choose before. You could have took because this battle
Well, you
formation
take
existed
one,
before.
but then you have the ability to take either an anti-magic or an anti-charge, right? Like, so it's just it's really, really strong.
And Lee, I'd like to point out from the chat what
I don't really
Atelier
know about
Luciar was said, but that's very strong. Because this is a reaction.
So
Then your opponent gets to react to his own roll. He can re-roll it. But he only has one left to re-roll.
That
That's
is
nice.
something very. Are
Yeah.
we sure on that
Sounds
order of
correct.
operations?
Because
sounds
you roll your charge.
good. Yeah.
You decide not to re-roll it because you made your charge.
Remove that
Now,
dice from the charge roll.
I react. I'll make my bamboozling roll. I remove one dice. Now you're not. going
That
far
is
enough.
your charge roll now. That one dice.
Yes, you've removed the dice from the roll. It is still the charge roll, and then they would re-roll the charge roll.
Holy
Right.
Nikes.
And I don't think the the command says that you re-roll 2 dice or 3 dice. It doesn't
It
mention.
just says re-roll the charge roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the roll is now
Because if you've
consists
got a
of 1 dice.
3d6 charge, you get to re-roll all 3. So
Sounds correct.
cool.
Or if
Also-
somebody's got 3d6 charge, now they just bet down to a regular one.
Yeah, and they'll try and they'll do 3d6 charges from 10, 12, 13 inches away, because that's still doable. And you go, nah, actually. Nah.
Yeah, just make
The-
sure that
the only
your
thing
hero
is-
needs to be within 12.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
your
yes.
hero has to be within 12. So they try that charge from 13 inches away, then they're not going to get it.
Also, they don't have to be
says-
charging that hero. They can be charging something else as long as they're within
Yeah, absolutely.
12.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
need to use
Yeah.
a charge ability.
Yeah.
Within 12.
Osrex says that they're taking the flat gun always, and then
Yes.
going to choose
I
between.
completely
I-
agree.
think that's correct.
I agree with you. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense because
If
your
the flat
opponents are
gun-
always going to want to charge you.
If I could only make one bamboozling flak roll per game, then it might not be A, as fun, B, as useful, but once per turn, those sweet words.
I do it. If you do it on a counter charge, and they've just wasted 2 CP
dirty.
as well.
It's so
Like,
dirty.
So that's really good. Cool. So let's move on. Endrinworks. So you give this to your boat. You can give basically 2 of these, and it's worth mentioning. So you could give the same boat
Yes.
2
It
ones.
specifically says that.
Yes, it literally they've like gone out of their way to say yes, you can do this.
And the Skyvessel enhancements from the Scourge of Gyran are completely different. And
Yes.
so
It's a
you can give a
different table
different
of
book.
enhancement.
You can give a different book, a
Yes.
different boat, a Scourge of Gyran Skyvessel upgrade.
Exactly. So you can
Well, you
have
could
free
same boat.
upgrades.
You could have the same boat could have 3 upgrades.
I
Yes,
guess
that's
you're
what
it
right.
is.
I guess you're right.
Yes.
I didn't think of that. I was thinking of a separate boat, but you're right because it's a different enhancement.
So
Yeah.
you get
Yeah,
the Scourge
you can
around regardless?
Yes.
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 Oh.
Because that's a special enhancement like mount traits, and that is always in addition. It's just the artifacts and traits that are
The
limited
same
because
Oh.
those
same
are called
type.
out. Because those everyone gets.
Now they might FAQ the Scourge of Gyran things to
No,
change.
no,
them
no,
to be
no, no.
Endrin
Shut up,
ones.
Lee.
No,
Shut
no,
up,
don't be like
nerd.
that.
Be cool, nerd.
Yeah.
Well, what? They're not
Don't
going
be
to
a
watch.
narc.
I'm just saying, just like they might.
No. Let us have
so-
fun.
But okay, so let's go through these. You've
Quickly.
got Hexen Solutions Old Reliable Hull Plates, which is an old reliable from
Yeah.
the previous edition,
Yes,
but
sir.
they changed it. It used to be +2 wounds. Now you get a 5+ ward against shooting, which is okay.
Now
There are-
It can be very good.
Flagship enhanced, the flagship Great Endrinworks. Is that something else you pick during deployment?
Yes.
Yes.
So
So
I
matchup
think
dependent.
this would be a good matchup dependent kind of
Yes.
enhancement.
Yes.
You come up against like ogres, and they got that big cannon that could do like 15 damage and take out
Or
frigate.
cities
Or
with
the
free
new
cannons.
Chorfs,
Yes.
the new Chaos Dwarfs. You see some of those on the other side of the field. You go,
I mean,
right.
Yeah.
those 3 rocket stones scare me.
Yeah,
Or
you
the
play
stuff
against
design.
another KO army, and you're like, okay, I have a ward against shooting.
Or if you come up against the other KO, both people are just going to be like, okay, 5 up ward, let's go.
Which boat are you putting that on? Okay, next one is Grungson's wide bore cylinders. You get +2 move.
Aether
So-
Runner's Light.
Aether Runner's light, just
Yeah,
for one boat.
on one boat.
Or
but it's
Magnificent
still-
Omniscope light.
Still very good.
Omniscope. Yeah, good one.
Yeah, they just
Call it.
renamed it for some reason. So that and Colbert's collapsible bomb rack. So they filled the void with bombs. Add 1 to each dice roll when using the unit's bombs. Basically, I'm not gonna read.
Colbeard has
That's-
kind of
that's
gone. He's become a mad scientist, and he's kind of like off on his own and not talking to anybody anymore. And now he's just shoving explosives into anything he invents.
What?
I like this one.
Explosive-
Crazy Uncle Colbeard over here in the woods.
Oh,
This
with
is
dynamite.
great. So what does it mean?
Yeah, 'cause it moves it to a
Supposed
3+.
have the bomb racks.
Yeah.
It moves it to a 3+. So now the Ironclad with 10 bombs on a 3+ will do 7 mortal wounds on average.
Yeah,
So
I'd like to point
it-
out that these two synergize because it makes it easier to fly over people.
Fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want
I think the bomb rack is the most effective on an Ironclad, of course, because you have more dice. I wouldn't waste it on a Gunhauler. I'm not even sure I'll put it on a frigate
Probably
because
not.
it will take the frigate from 3 to 4 mortal wounds.
Sure.
Not
Yeah.
not that much on average.
I mean, in theory, on an Ironclad, it's going from 5 to 6,
7.
maybe 7. To,
Yeah.
7.
yeah, 6.
Just
or
roll
7.
good, Lee. Just roll good.
Roll good.
Roll well.
6 2/3. Okay, what else we have? We have trace fire rounds, which are done in your shooting phase. It's a reaction. So if you shoot with the boat, you get to use this. If all of the attacks target the same enemy unit, you get to ignore negative modifiers to hit rolls for those attacks.
Yeah,
This
but it doesn't work
is-
on
Go ahead.
counterfire. So
But this is an incredible matchup dependent artifact. Absolutely. How about if you're fighting a
Yeah.
mirror match and you're like, cool, now my Ironclad nomad is not -1 to hit against your infantry.
Yeah.
Or if you're facing an
Or-
army that has, Cruel Boys, something like that.
Well, I'm thinking about stuff like Feck. You know, the little hero's all the way back there, and he's made 1 hit and it's got all his buffs up. Not 4s,
Yeah,
actually 3s, because I'm all out attacking.
yeah, it can
Yeah,
turn your
but-
boat into a hero
don't know.
sniper potentially.
yeah, I don't know.
Good with
It's
12.
your shooting phase. It doesn't work in conflict front. That would be great. And the boats don't shoot that good anymore. Spoiler.
Boats are not as good as they were.
Oh, I disagree, but
Um,
I guess we'll get there.
Well, not as good at shooting.
Yeah, shooting.
I
Um,
disagree.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
the math disagrees with you.
Well, there's some points because they get all their shooting from further range now, and you don't have to get like 12 inches away to get all your guns and stuff. So
But if you're far away, you can't shoot the hero anyway. So.
no, but yeah.
Correct.
Cool. Another one is grandiose fuselage. You get to add 5 to the user's control score, which is what Quad was talking about earlier. Like
Yeah,
put an Ironclad
combo
on
it with
Ironclad
the brass hero trait and just say this is your objective now. Like, and now they have to come and fight that Ironclad on an objective,
Mhm.
and the Ironclad is probably not gonna die.
because it's got 2+ save, yeah. Unless it's something that is the hammer, which I think hammers that are teched out in most armies, they've either got good rend or mortals. So yeah. Cool. Atalia says they disagree also. I just don't know who with. Whether it's with Max or
Just with
Matt.
us in general.
In print, in general.
With the chat, with all of us.
Yeah. And then the last one is an end of turn ability, which is called Null Stone Galvanization, which is basically you get to do D6 mortal damage on each enemy unit. Not just one
No,
enemy unit.
Manifestation.
It's
Oh, each
manifestation.
manifestation. Damn it. I knew there's a reason
If
why.
it was enemy units, we would be having a whole different conversation.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
sidetracked by the word each then. Sorry. I was like, each? I forgot why that one.
But
was
it's
that.
just manifestation, so
Oh, yeah, manifestations.
okay.
Cool. And I tell you,
Look, we've got enough bangers in here. We don't need that
Agrees
much. We don't need 6.
Okay, I'm going to go out there and say that I think a lot of the soggy ones are actually better. I
Yes.
like Colby's collapsible bomb rack.
Yes,
I like
I like
the grandiose
rank.
fuselage.
but I
Yeah.
also like the battle ram and the spell ignore that deals the mortal wounds. It's the number one option. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
I like just making an Ironclad objective control 10.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what it should be anyway. That's just my personal opinion. So just picking an engine work and just saying this works all the time. There's no anything. I tow onto an objective. I've got 10, and I'm probably bringing some homies with me. So,
But hear me out. Wouldn't you rather have a Gunhauler with control score 7?
fair. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Good
they
point.
can move.
He can really steal objectives. Because the Ironclad will always be surrounded by some bodies.
Fair. Good point.
So you will be control score 15 plus anyway. I think.
Yeah.
With all these people. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Moving on.
Moving on. So we'll talk about the terrain.
It's a new day, everybody. A new day.
We finally have a piece of
Why
terrain.
does it move? Why does it not move?
Yeah, it doesn't move. It's got
Very
10
annoying.
Free up save, so it's less armored than the boats, but it's okay.
Pretty good for a terrain piece. I think most terrain pieces have 4 up or worse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, most terrain pieces are a pile of rock, like not a.
Some have
floating-
a pile of rock they can move.
It's not like the engine the engine dock reminds me of this might be this might Americanize me and also date me, but it reminds me of the transformation chamber from the sitcom in the 90s, Family Matters, when Steve Urkel would go into the transformation chamber and come out like a smooth, charismatic Stefan Urkel. Just it's so funny. That model is so funny to me.
I'm not that old.
I don't know that.
Okay, I have
But-
no idea.
You weren't alive in the 90s.
Let's talk about what the engine dock does. So in your deployment phase, you get to basically set up all your little drones. In deployment, they set up have to be wholly within your friendly territory, more than 9 instrumental units, and wholly within 6 of the terrain piece. So just get out set next to it. Makes sense. In your hero phase, you can repair Skyvessels that are within 3 of it, which is, I think, wise. Shame that it doesn't move because, you got your
Yes,
boats
I mean,
on
this
them.
is
Well, it's
rarely
not
going to be.
4 up. Come on.
And it's on a 4
This
up.
will happen once per game and then you're gone. The boat
Yeah.
is somewhere else. This is useless.
So it's on a 4 up, you get to heal about. If you have an Endrinmaster, either of the Endrinmasters, you get +1 to that roll. So and it heals free. Fine. Yeah.
Neat.
Well,
Thank you.
And then you have a way to get auto Endrins back.
That's what this
so-
terrain piece is you make more drones every now and then.
Yes. You just bring back drones. So you do this in your hero phase. You pick an auto engine that's been removed from the battlefield to be the target, and you make a D6 roll. It says Endrinmasters get to add 1 to the roll on a 4+. You get to bring
Excuse me, Lee. What kind of roll do you make?
a D6.
No.
No,
You
no.
make a manufacturing roll of D6.
Fine. You do a D6 roll. It doesn't matter. You just no one cares what the roll's called.
I am making
whoa.
a manufacturing roll.
If they cared that much, they would have put it in bold. And then on a 4+, you get 1 back. It gets deployed. Wholly within 6 of the of the terrain. More than 3 from enemy units.
It's an assembly
Yeah.
line.
And
Cranking
you
them
can
out.
replace all of them as many times as you want, but you only get to bring back one at a turn.
Yeah.
And the important thing is they don't get to move on the turn that they're brought back.
Yes, and it only happens in your
Maybe.
hero phase. So if you lose them turn 1, the earliest you can use it again is turn 3, basically.
Yeah. So realistically, you're getting 2 of each. No, you're getting 4 in total during the game, probably maybe
Yeah,
5.
you get freed by turn 2. They might have died. Turn 3, you get 1 back. Turn 4 will interact again, and maybe you get
It's kind of
another.
a disappointment, to be honest with you. The whole terrain piece.
I mean,
one.
it's a free extra. Sure,
It's free stuff.
But it also
4-up.
is a charge target. Just be careful where you put it.
Yes,
Okay,
but they're
so-
better than
A battle tactic target and all that other stuff.
It's not. Yeah. So just be careful where you put it. You don't want to put it somewhere where you give your opponent something to charge onto your home objective on that can't move or fight.
Yeah, if we move to the auto Endrin slide, please.
I just want to point out someone was saying free in quotation marks because you had to buy this thing.
Oh,
So-
do you?
Yes.
It does cost money.
Okay. Yes.
These things have a move characteristic, so they can
That is very
block
good.
deep
That is
strike.
very good.
So this is just 3 little dudes screening out your backfield.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 health at a 4-up save is a foot hero in terms of durability.
Kind of, yeah.
With a 12-inch
Yes.
move.
Yeah, and fly.
So if you want to use them, you can set them up within
Suicide
6,
of Purple
then
Sun.
move them 12.
Mhm.
Some faction terrain gets to put in your territory, correct?
Yes.
So you could put it at halfway of the battlefield.
Not sure.
Doesn't need to be in your deployment zone. I think it's territory.
I don't know. I haven't had
It
to look
might need
because
to
we
be
never
more
had access to
I
a
think
faction
have it.
terrain.
I feel like
Yeah,
it
but
needs to
it's
be
a
more than
generic-
9 inches
it's
away
a-
from enemy units. But maybe not.
But there are no units when I set up terrain because it's the first thing we do.
Oh, true. No, but more than 9 inches from enemy territory. I mean, sorry. Maybe.
I think that's the
Is that
case.
so? Is
I
that
will
so?
check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you
You're
never
so
see
like
people put
that.
terrain in the middle of the table anymore.
The Soulblight
So
Fins,
no one-
the first one is in my backfield.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't want to be giving people a charge target, and then these can, at the very least, just go and
No, what
These
I wanted
screens.
to come to is you can set up within 6 and it moves. So turn 1, this thing moves 18 inches,
Mhm.
basically, and then you charge. So you can really put it into your opponent turn 1 if you want to.
Well, the drones have to be put. Regardless of where you put the terrain, the drones have to be more than 9 inches from enemy territory.
Oh.
Territory or units? Correct.
Territory.
No.
On about within friendly territory.
Enemy
unit.
units. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Ah.
That's from enemy units. Okay. So you could place these outside of your territory then, your deployment zone. Interesting.
Outside the deployments, yes.
Mhm.
So you can screen out against deep striking or
Yeah,
whatever
that's
objectives
good.
on the side, or so you have some
Yeah.
play with this.
And you can put them in between other bits of terrain, like to block channels and
So-
stuff. And
You can pick a friendly faction terrain, use the deploy faction terrain ability, set up the target faction terrain feature wholly within friendly territory, more than 3 inches from objectives and terrain features. After you've done so, you are deployed.
So you can put it
Okay,
right at the
so-
border,
okay, so you can put it
and then put these 6 inches,
away,
of
as long
it,
as
but
they're 9 inches from
still
enemy
within
units.
friendly territory. You can use this as a screen if you want. Turn
Yeah.
one.
You can
You
literally
set
just
it up in the middle and just block the battlefield in the middle. If you don't care about it,
It gives them
It's
a
screen.
charge thing, but they can walk. You're putting it where they
Yeah.
would want to walk to. And also the battle tactic to take the center of the board and not be in combat, which means they'd have to fight all this stuff. Which they
They're
can
not
probably
in
kill it,
combat
but-
with a. They're not in a combat with a terrain piece end of turn.
But they are in combat with
No,
the drones.
Auto engine.
I
the
said
end-
the drones.
they'll kill the drones.
They'll kill them, but
They
yeah,
will kill
they might have
All three of them?
free
All 3 of them? 15 wounds and a
With-
4-up save?
with what is normally just like a
Probably.
chaff thing going forward.
With a big porta potty sitting in your way as well that you also may have to kill?
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the porta potty will probably.
But
yeah,
just saying,
be
I don't
hard.
also saying throw away your engine dock, but you can use this to build a screen. If
Yeah,
But
this
if
is
you
like-
also, but if you do deploy it up, you can. It makes it now that makes it much easier to heal your boats instead of
Yes.
having to go back to the.
Yep.
If you set it up in the back, if you're setting it way far forward, your boats take damage on the way, or even they just somehow charge near it and get within 3, and then on your hero phase you can heal. So it's a
Yeah.
little less useful than I
Well, it's also-
originally thought. Less useless.
Yes, and it's impassable, so yeah, and it's on a base, so it, yeah,
Mhm.
it can stop
And
monsters
it's
going
not
through channels
obscuring.
and stuff. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, which is handy. Let's talk about what the actual Endrins themselves
Quickly.
do. So we've talked about these very quickly. We talked about these before as well when we had the articles. So one of them gets to do a 3d6 banishment roll, but
Cool.
it has to be in
Each.
combat.
each
Yeah.
target.
Yes,
Yes,
but it
yes.
has to be in combat with them. So you
Yes,
have to
you
charge.
charge.
These things. So basically, these things can move. They can charge.
Mhm.
Then do something, and they immediately disappear.
But
Yes.
keep in mind that this is before that manifestation gets to fight. So it's not like you have to survive the fucking jaws or something.
No. This
No.
is a combat phase ability. Some of
Yep.
manifestations have combat phase ability, so
Mhm.
be aware
Sure.
of the timing. But the interesting thing is this unit cannot be picked to be the target or affected by non-core abilities. You cannot
Mhm.
cast a spell and mortal wound these away.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I think spells are not core abilities.
You
Most of them.
can't. They can't. A monster can't charge it and do a rampage and kill it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You can fight it and shoot it, I think.
That's it. That's it.
So you need
well,
to enter it.
It can't be affected by non-core abilities used by other friendly units.
Oh,
It can be affected
Oh.
by non-core
okay, my bad.
abilities used.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read that
Spike.
wrong too. I thought that's not. That's.
friendly units. Okay.
Max, I was thinking the same thing up until this very moment. So
Okay. Well then, never mind. Cut this piece out of the show. You can do everything.
cut that.
We're
No
not
one heard
cutting
that
it, so
part.
everyone that listened to that just has to forget it.
Yes.
And the other
Men in
one,
Black flashy thing.
you is a stun cloud, and you roll a dice for each target, which you have to pick. They're basically things you're in combat with. So if you're in combat with 3 units, you get to pick all of them.
Yep.
And you roll a dice for each one. If the roll is equal to or lower than the target's health characteristic, you subtract 10 from the
10.
control score of that target for the rest of the turn.
So
Then
10 1 health dudes could count as 0
yes.
unless
Is
they have
there a
banner.
rule that you cannot decrease control score to less than 1?
No, of course you can.
Okay.
Not their objective control, not their war scroll. That's not what this is.
Characteristic. Yeah.
That's,
No,
this,
this
is
is
not,
core.
this is not what it's targeting. It's targeting their score. So
Yeah.
when you have 10 1 health dudes, they count as 10 on that point. Well, now if they roll a 2+, then you count as 0. Unless they have a banner, and then they would maybe count as 3. Right?
Mhm.
That's the banner at 3. I don't know. We don't have banner.
That's one.
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 We do
Okay,
have.
so
Thunder
one
doesn't have a
now.
banner.
Okay, fine. Thunderers have a banner. So they count as 1.
Yeah, but this is especially good against monsters because it's easier to roll belief on the health characteristic,
Mhm.
and then you subtract 10, so they count as nothing.
you make a monster count as nothing and stuff easily. You just have to roll less than a.
Or like cavalry, usually they have 4 or 5 or 6 health and control score 2 each, so already their control score is not that high.
It's so good.
It's like
This is
five-
the one
five
that
horses.
you're going to be trying to manufacture the most, I think.
You can do it to make a
yeah.
garden and make them count and subtract 10 from them.
No, they've
and
done
then take it with an
5.
iron, and then take it with an ironclad.
So,
Gunhauler. Yeah.
so I guess what we're saying
Gunhauler
is
would take it, yeah.
there's a lot more scope for objective play with KO
Yes.
now, basically.
Yeah.
Especially
a lot of
because a
things.
lot of rules center around objectives. Be near objective, attack someone contesting objective. And so on.
Okay.
So
The chat is pointing out that this is not once per turn. So if all 3 are dead, you can do 3 rolls to bring all 3 back.
That's good to know.
Good point.
Cool.
Never knew that.
Thank you.
Didn't
That's
didn't
good.
think
That's
of
good.
that.
That
Good.
makes it
Thank you,
better.
because
have
it's
the
not the
smartest
hero
chat in the
using it.
world.
It's just you.
Mhm.
Is it? Who's using the ability? Me and the player, or the terrain piece?
What is it? Go back, Lee.
The train piece is using the ability, I guess. It's on the train's war
Declare-
scroll.
Well, no, it doesn't always work. I know what Max is talking about. Let me look up
Yeah.
that rule. 1 second.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, let's read this other thing. So the last one is basically it explodes.
Model wounds. Which
And
is
it does.
not bad.
It's basically on a 3+ because it's a D3 roll thing.
Yeah. But this
there's
is,
D3
let's keep this one in
wounds.
mind. Let's keep this one in mind when we
for the
get...
pioneers.
No, when we get to the boats.
Okay. But yeah, one of them explodes. They thought of 2 fun things, and they're like, "What can the third one do?" Oh, it's just a bomb, and it's not a very big bomb either.
It's it's a bomb each unit in combat, so you can deal mortal wounds to
Yes,
3 units.
and
These things
I
fly. I think they do.
I
You
think they
can't
also have a
see,
40
but
mil
pretty sure.
base.
Yeah, sounds about right.
They do fly. They must fly. Let's crop out, but yeah. So if you can get in contact with, you can do D3 mortal wounds to 2 or 3 units.
So yeah, what people when they first see these things, I'm gonna fly them into my opponent and do these things. I think how they really work is they sit in your screen, gun line, whatever. Your opponent charges you, then they go.
And then
off.
you do some more wounds. Yeah.
You want to charge me with that Jaws or Purple Sun or whatever? 3d6, it's gone.
Yeah.
You want to come here with your monster, you're going to be control score nothing. You go in, you're going to get mortal wounds from this, and then we will see if you get mortal wounds from the boat. I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to... No, do you really want to charge me? You're going to get a lot of mortal wounds if you do. So these are interesting.
Still looking
Okay,
for
so-
that
unit.
rule.
Interesting. I think the chat is right. They're getting to it because the terrain is not a unit, so it can use the same ability multiple times.
Okay.
Apparently, we'll get to it.
Interesting.
Maybe we get an FAQ.
Yeah. I don't think it's sort of. I like the way of just having them sort of next to units. That sounds cool. But there's also, it's also things like just like if they want to walk a unit onto an objective, they're like, oh, if I charge you, I get more models on, but then I can take away 10 from your control score. So it's kind of like also like
Yeah, it depends on the unit. I mean, the one wound units probably won't care about this.
Yeah.
One. Need to roll a 1.
Heroes though, and monsters, and yeah.
I really like the interaction with manifestations. Oh, there's a manifestation over there that's annoying. I'm going to run this thing into your manifestation. 3d6, you should be able to banish it.
Yeah, most of them.
Do we make a banishment roll? Do we still get the bonus?
Here
if
it
there's
is.
Multiple manifestations on the board.
Well, it's in it's keyworded. It's in bold. So if it's
so I
normally
think
called a
yes.
banishment roll, if you get to add a bonus to banishment rolls, and
I think
technically they all happen at the same time because it's one ability going off, and you roll for each, so you get the bonus on all of them.
I assume so.
So
yes.
the rule is 28. It's 28.2. It's under 28.2. It actually doesn't have. It's in the advanced ability rules. Who's using this ability? While abilities on Warscrolls are always used by the unit whose Warscroll it is, some abilities do not appear on Warscrolls. Will tell you explicitly to pick a unit to use the ability. In both cases, it should be clear which unit is using that ability. Some
But it's
abilities
not a
do not
unit.
appear on. Yeah, right.
It's a
Exactly.
terrain piece.
Right. Hold on. So some abilities do not appear on Warscrolls. Most commonly, enhancements are given to certain units in your army. In such cases, the unit to which the enhancement was given, okay, is using that ability. Abilities that neither appear on a war scroll nor tell you to pick a unit to use the ability are used by you, the player.
But this
Finally,
is a war scroll.
This is not a war scroll. It's just
It is a war
terrain
scroll, but it is not a unit. So we have a conundrum.
abilities on war scrolls are always used by the unit whose war scroll it is on. So I
It's not
think
a
that
unit.
well, I think that's an edge case, and I think it would be this war scroll that I think it would be the doc that's using this ability.
Okay. So and then the doc can only use it once. So
How does the
Why can the doc only use it once?
because you just use abilities once, don't you? Like
That's fair.
Wait.
Yeah.
you don't
okay.
you don't just get to say, I'm going to shoot you, and then I'm going to shoot you again, and then I'm going to shoot you.
Well,
Although
shoot
they're
the core
core.
ability.
Yeah, but all abilities, you don't just be like, I'll just use it.
One second. I need to check something.
Like,
The flesh eater
you don't just get to
quartz
roll this like
thing has a
loads of
bubble.
times over and over again, do you?
Core
Count.
rules, abilities. The vast majority of things you do are abilities. Keywords using abilities. Declare the ability. Tell your opponent the ability being used.
Okay.
Reactions. Go ahead.
1 point. The flesh eater quartz charnel throne has an ability on its war scroll that you give D3 noble deed points to the steward.
Mhm.
I don't imagine that you can continue.
No, you can't just. And the same with the repair routines. We can't just like be like, I'm going to try and heal the boat and do it on a 4+, and then I'm going to do it again and again.
But is that because we
Different.
can't pick the same target?
A unit cannot use more than one core ability per phase. A unit cannot use the same ability more than once per phase unless otherwise specified. Rules of one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So I think we can
And
only.
even though it's not a
bring back
unit, I guess
one.
you treat terrain as units for the purposes of most rules, unless stated otherwise.
But it's
Sure.
not a unit. Yeah. Let's say
It's intended
you
that
can
way.
only
Yes,
get
yeah.
one drone back.
Cool. So that's all the generic chaos.
One,
stuff.
you can only make one. What, Max? What was that?
Auto engine.
No, you can only roll
Ah,
what?
manufacturing roll.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool. So
Next.
that's all the
Moving
generic KO stuff. The next stuff
Boys.
to talk about is armies of renown, which I'm just going to point out because Transport Skyfarers is worse. Armies of renown are now better.
Because
before
armies
it
now
was-
don't get transporting Skyfarers, do they?
No.
Yes. Whereas before it's all like, well, why do you pick an army of renown? You don't get to do the redeploy trick. And now it's like, actually, they have some source. So all the stuff we just talked about, just bear in mind with all the stuff we're about to talk about, you don't get.
I was just going to
Well,
say,
you do get the terrain.
You get the
feature.
terrain.
Lee, maybe if we're already at an hour and 15 here.
Maybe.
Maybe we. I mean, hey, listen, I'm not trying to call the shots here, but maybe since we just talked about all these rules, maybe we could do like the armies are renowned either at the end or maybe even like a
Yes.
different time.
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe
Yeah,
a
I
separate
agree.
video on armies of renown,
Let's
I
skip
think.
them. Okay, we'll skip them. Let's just say that they are potentially good.
I agree, and I think they
They
are
are
worthy
interesting.
of. They're very interesting and worthy of their own fair discussion. I feel like if
Yeah.
we do armies are renowned and the or I guess the regiments don't care, but like then we'll.
Oh yeah, we don't care about the regiments because
Yeah,
they're for
yeah,
other
yeah.
armies.
That's what I mean.
But
I
they're
think it'll
very
last. It'll last for. I have another 45 minutes or so before I have
I
to
could
fly high.
talk for like an hour or so over. We could discuss for hours on these armies of renown. They
I
are.
agree.
Okay,
I agree.
let's skip
Right,
them.
right,
Then.
so-
Let's skip them.
We're
All
talking
in
about the
favor?
core rules.
We're just
Taking a
We're
vote.
gonna miss this amazing slide here.
Okay, skip them. Points.
Good. Hey,
Points
points.
make prizes. You've been waiting. I don't know if
Amazing.
Hallelujah.
names on the chat.
Hallelujah.
I thought we'd be so much more expensive.
Although I think
I
might
was
have made a
so
mistake.
scared they were going to
Something
screw
like
this up.
What do you mean the Ironclad's 460 points? It should be over 500 with that stat line.
I agree.
The points.
Well,
are
no,
wrong,
I
let's
don't
just
agree
ignore
with
the
you.
minuses.
I'm just happy that it is. Everything is competitively priced. Price to move, folks. We're priced to move
Yeah,
from your
ignore
shelves
those
directly to your
minuses.
tables.
So Chemist 120, no Chemist
Still don't know why they
130.
point him so high. The Chemist doesn't do shit.
Yeah, he literally.
Well,
Okay, how about if I told you before you saw these leaks that they were going to make the Khemist worse, but Burst Grenade better? Would you have believed
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we get it. The Chemists are solidly
Stop!
glued to the ship
Stop!
right
He's
now.
already dead.
Yeah. And also the Null Khemist
Lee, I
is one.
think there's an error here.
Is there?
But
Where?
we don't know for sure these points. We just got them from different sources. But I think both Endrinmasters went up 10 points. So it should be 130 for the
Yes.
Endrin harness.
Oh, have I done that one the wrong way around?
Yes, you did. Boink. Plus
So he's
10.
130.
130.
And the other one. So only Drekki got cheaper. The other ones went up. 10, 10, 10. Sounds about right.
And then
Can you guys hear those planes overhead when they pass over me?
Nope.
Okay, good.
But maybe the audience can.
I don't care about them.
Yeah.
Access.
Okay.
If you
Yes,
know the current
Skywardens,
basically everyone.
120. Love it.
The same as it used to be. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the fact that so many things in this book got better while the battle trait got worse. But I was expecting, because the Warscrolls got better, that the points would increase, because I felt like GW was just going to do that, but they didn't.
You're saying because of the save?
The
Skywardens, the combat got worse. It's just
You think-
they've lost crit mortals.
No, I think the combat got better. I'm more excited about Skywardens than I was.
Red now
Well, it's just a one rend.
on the charge, which is when you're going to be.
I know it's the one red, but anything that does get through on the charge will hurt more. I like +1 damage. I guess we'll get there. But
Yeah.
okay, so
We'll
even
talk
still,
about the-
3-up
Let's
say
talk about
like
the points because
yes, things got better, and I was expecting the points to
Yeah.
go up because GW I felt
Mhm.
like would have made that decision. But even though the battle trait got worse, but I'm just so happy everything basically stayed the same.
I think they
Yeah.
realised that the battle trait change was huge.
So huge. So kudos to them.
So
I
let's talk about the
just
new stuff.
Yes.
can't believe
Let's
the
go to
Salvagers are
early
100
units.
points.
Salvagers 100 points. Harpoon crew 90
good.
points, the same as
So
our
good.
points.
So
And
good.
the Null Chemist, a flying hero, 130 points.
Yes.
Yeah, no one cares about this guy.
The Null
He's
Chemist.
a big trash.
Really?
I mean, he's
Unfortunately, I don't see place for
He's
him.
only
Really?
10 points more than a normal chemist. Drekki
I-
went down as
I
well.
disagree.
Admiral went
Okay.
up, but he's still 140, which is
I'm
not too
excited
bad.
about the Null Chemist.
And the dirigible went up because his war scroll got better.
Yes, it
In
did.
theory, I'm still not
I
convinced.
think
by him.
he.
I also agree with that too.
160 points for his ability. That is very fringe case. Nah.
But he does help the terrain feature. So maybe he gets +1 to that roll, Max. I think you're being
If,
Well,
too
there was-
excited.
if he's
there
in
was a-
combat range to it, so he's.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, there was a question in the chat about do you want to pay the tax for the terrain features to have that +1 to that roll?
No.
No,
No. Okay.
you don't care.
Okay.
You don't care.
I'll
No,
roll
but
out
I am
2
excited
anyway.
about. I'm being sarcastic, except for the Null Chemist at 130. I really, really like for that War Scroll. He's got 8 wounds and a 3-up save. dude.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I was about to say, I'll give you. He's a very survivable hero for 130 points. But I just
and
don't
he provides
see a
provides
place
things
for
just
him.
by existing. I like him. So,
Yeah, he provides something that we can get for free.
well, I guess we're gonna see in a moment here, folks.
Mhm. Okay.
Moving on.
So, questions in the chat. How many Vongrim boxes are you going to buy? I bought 4.
I
Yeah,
ordered.
4 is a good. 4 is a
So
good
I had
amount.
ordered 2, and then when I saw the stream from Rob, I immediately sent a message to my game store that I'll need, and then the additional 2.
Another 2.
So I'm getting 4 now.
You got reinforced units of each then potentially, or 2.
Yeah, I'll probably build 10 Salvagers and 10 Harpoon crew. Yeah.
Very
and
nice.
then you can add to it at a later date if need to. And the Codewright is still 80 points.
Very nice.
It's okay
Love
for
to see
his normal ability. It's completely fair.
It's good, but it's good. It's decent.
His
now.
ability has changed as well in a couple of ways. We'll talk about when we get to him.
Mm.
Okay, so let's talk about
Go to
units.
units.
You see the points, so we'll talk about what you can buy with these points. So
we can reference this as we go through.
Here we
We'll
go.
talk
The
about
new boys.
Here we
the new
go.
boys. We've got them on the same screens so we can compare. We've got the Harpoon crew and the Salvagers. Both
Same
movement
stat line.
12, both 2
So-
health, 4+ save, control score 1.
So it's the old stat line of the of Endrinriggers and Skywardens. These are now lightly armored jump pack guys.
Yes.
I mean, 4+ is not lightly
But
armored.
there's not 3 of them. There's 5 of them, or
Yes,
10 of them.
you've got
even.
10 wounds in a base unit, which is good.
Ideally, what we need to, when we look at these stat lines, what we can't forget, ideally they will always be -1 to hit.
Mhm.
So it makes them
Yes.
even more defensive than a standard 4-up.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The key thing is here is they're faster than I was expecting.
Yes, much faster.
Because they
I
have
was
light
hoping for
entrance.
8-inch.
Okay. So the Harpoon crew, their shooting is anti-monster, so +1 rend, which we kind of predicted. 12-inch range, 2 attacks each, freeze, -1 rend, 1 damage. And then their melee weapons are 2 attacks, 4s, freeze, -1, 1 damage. So better at shooting than melee.
A pack of 20 a pack of 10 has 20 rend 2 shots against a monster which can't hide and obscuring. It's pretty nice.
21.
21,
And
thank you.
their shooting is better to wound than a Thunderous rifle.
Sure. Of course. Why not? Right?
It was, when we got the article, it was very good. And they immediately changed it.
The article was wrong, basically.
It had Ren 2 and D3
Damage
damage.
D3. I don't know where that came from because nothing else has, not even Endrinriggers, as you'll see, has Ren 2 D3 anymore.
I was hoping that they mixed it up with their melee profile, but they didn't.
I know.
So these are not here to shoot. They're not. Because they have 1 shot less than Skywardens. 3-3-1-1.
Yeah, slightly longer range, but they're here for this.
But again, monsters
Yeah.
may be your only shooting target with this unit, and when they shoot at a monster, they're just Ren 2. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but then
And your
Ren
monster's
2
not going to all out defense against a shooting attack.
Remember, 6 Skywardens will shoot 18 or 19 shots. These guys will shoot 21 shots.
So all I'm saying is you don't take them for the shooting.
True,
We're going to
because
talk
yeah.
about.
It's an interesting thing. If you look at our army now, what does shooting? Skywardens are doing quite the best shooting. At the moment. So these, it's a good thing to point out, Alex. It's 21 shots at that profile.
There's more guys.
Yeah, it's probably for 90 points.
And
It's probably the best shooting we have, points wise.
The most
12-inch
important-
range too. Well, don't sleep on the 12-inch range.
Yeah.
The most important thing about these guys is they get to do a 2d6 move
So
in the
good.
combat phase.
Double one.
but
Any,
have to
any
end the
combat
moving
phase, and it's not once per army or something.
Mhm.
So you can have multiple units. These guys fly. They can jump around.
They
You
can charge the
must,
screen
KO
and then
ninjas.
move past it and stuff.
you must end that move in combat. You don't have
Sure.
to end with the same unit.
And you get to
You
pile in
can-
after this as well.
Yes,
There's
You
so
know
you
what's
can
I-
charge
I-
someone, charge a screen, jump over it, pile around the hero. Now you're bullying the hero.
Or
behind
use
them.
the light engine pack ability on a turn after you charge and then pile into some. Eventually you find yourself in combat with a 1 wound unit and then you can power through off of them and
Yeah.
Yes. Or I also see these as a screen. The opponent charges them. They will move all to one side or behind them, and now they need to pile in.
away
killing
from your other
a
stuff.
90 point
Yeah.
unit that they maybe didn't even want to attack.
Or they wanted to they wanted to charge into your unit and then use that charge to pile into something a little bit more juicy. Well, now you use your 10 inches away. They might not even be able in combat range of something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a great ability. They can jump around.
And they're cheaper,
they
right?
need to
They're
be
90
in com-
points.
90 points, yes.
Mhm.
You charge something, need to be within half an inch.
Yes.
They must end in combat. So let's say you have this opponent unit charge you within half an inch. You roll a 7 or 8, you can jump around them. You can be 2.9 inches behind them.
Yes.
And they need to pile towards you now.
Away
towards-
from the rest of your army.
Yeah,
Yeah,
away
well,
back
Away
to where
from
they
the
came from.
Or
Oh,
away
that's
from
weird.
an objective.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. Yeah, or they jumped onto an
Yeah.
objective by doing this.
Or
behind them.
if you're in a
Who knows?
line and then you go to the end of their line, and then the ones at the other end of their line can't pile in and stuff.
They can't. They
Yeah,
can't hit.
yeah.
They can't swing at you because you're more than 6 inches away from each individual model.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty good.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Except for one of them.
If you roll like a 3 inch, then
Yeah.
But
The average is you're going to
roll
roll
that
is a 7.
7
but-
or 8, fantastic.
Yeah.
And then a pile in though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
although
really
that one would need to be closer to.
Correct.
unit again.
Correct.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
So they're cool. And
Very
then the
fun.
salvagers, which are 100 points. Their
Mhm.
pistols at 10-inch range, have shooting combat, which a lot of carrier stuff has not got so much of that now.
Everything that is a
um,
pistol has shooting combat.
Yeah. Like the boats lost it basically. So 2 attacks, 4s, no rend, 1 damage. Basically, they're Arkanaut shooting pistols. But the melee weapons have crit 2 hits, 3 attacks each, 4s, 3s, -1 rend, 1 damage, which is 1 more attack than the pioneer weapons. But the ability, you get to pick an objective within 9 inches of these guys in the combat phase. Roll a dice on a 3+. You get +1 to hit rolls. For
Everyone.
friendly Skyfarer units.
These are
everyone, basically.
Skyfarers. Let me point that out. These are Skyfarers.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you get +1 to rend for melee weapons used by friendly Vongrim salvagers and harpoon crew that target units that are contesting their objective. So
Fantastic.
basically, they could on a 3+ be freeze, -2 rend.
1
1
damage,
damage.
crit 2
You
hits.
you are
with the
hitting
hits.
you're hitting
With
on
3
2s and
attacks
3s
each.
basically.
Yeah,
Because crit 2 hits is like hitting with another +1.
Yes, I agree with that.
Because your 1s and 6s cancel each other out.
And a pack of 10 of them is
so
31 attacks at 3
31
threes.
attacks.
Yeah. Neg 2,
2s,
1 damage.
3s, rend 2, 1 damage. Fantastic.
Crit 2 hits. Yeah. Oh, well,
And
I
you
see what
can-
you're saying with the 2s. Yes.
And you can give them an extra attack from Brokk.
Sure.
So now it's 41 attacks.
Very exciting. Very
It is
exciting.
a very good melee profile for these points.
Also, they could also make your Skywardens hit on 3s. Or
It's
2s.
Skywardens.
an all-out attack for everyone.
Make
Twos.
Skywardens hit
Yeah.
2s, yeah.
I meant 2s.
Yeah. Or your riggers hit 3s, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I
good.
mean, how rare is a hit buff in this army? It's so amazing. In a
This we'll maybe get to him. Brokk also has crit 2 hits now, and he hits on 3s. So he's basically hitting on 1s. Because 2s exploding 6s becomes 1s.
Yes.
So his 5 attacks are 1s, 2s.
You may
it
end up with more wound
wounding on
rolls
threes
than
or-
you actually rolled for attacks.
Yeah.
Yes, very commonly. And
I used to do that
they
with
also
first
make
edition
Brokk
Blight King all the
very
time.
reliable.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. Yeah, these units are. When I was worried that when I saw the points there, I was like, God damn it, these things are going to be like 140 points for 5, and and all of a sudden, if you want to bring if you don't want to bring a cheeky 5, you want a 10 pack, it's going to be like 300 points, and it's just not going to. And I saw the points, and I rejoiced in celebration.
They are very affordable in a list.
Mhm.
They are affordable. They can kill stuff. The thing
And
is,
10 works so nicely with a
They're
frigate.
great
You
at
put 10 of
finishing
these
something
in
off
frigate,
that your Ironclad or frigate has already shot, or whatever,
Mhm.
with long range guns.
yes, just for a chat. I know 1s are always failing, but mathematically, if you have exploding 6s, it cancels out the losses from 1s.
Yeah.
Max is saying that that if you hit on 3s and you have crit 2 hits, your 1s,
it's like
your 6s
hitting-
cancel out your 1, so it's like you have +1 to hit when you're trying to figure out how effective they are on the battlefield.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. It's yeah.
What I want to point out here, it's any combat phase.
Yes.
You don't have to
Yes.
charge it to anything.
Yes.
And it's not limited. So you can have multiple units of these trying to get that 3+ off.
Mhm.
Well, the other thing is, can it stack? So if you get charged by something that's -1 to hit,
No, because this becomes a passive, and passives cannot.
I was going to say, is that a rule of one? That's a rule of one thing.
yeah,
This ability becomes
Okay.
a passive aura of the objective, and you cannot affect it.
okay, yeah,
multiple times.
yeah, it makes sense. That's a shame.
But you
Oh, you
can
wouldn't
try.
do it.
You can have 2 units of these and try to get that free up. roll.
If you want to blatantly cheat, yes, you can get +2 hit, +2 rend.
No.
Yeah.
But you can do it in 2 different objectives if you want.
Of course. I was only kidding. Never cheat here. I was just for those that are too dumb to recognize sarcasm.
You are kind of incentivized these guys to take them MSU because.
But I like a 10-man unit. I like it because they will profit from the extra attack buff.
There's no way to make Ironclads carry 30 anymore, is there?
No. 22 is the maximum.
I think both units are interesting as 2x5 or 1 as 10, but for different reasons. Like if you have 2x5 of the Harpoon crew that charges both of them, like say both of them are acting like a single block, like you have them in close proximity, then you could really do some interesting shenanigans where like your opponents or pylons are very awkward and ineffective, or it's just there's so many things you can do, or you can just have a larger wound pool. But the same thing with the Salvagers. If you want to capitalize on their damage more, then you would have a larger. You would like the 1x10, but if you wanted multiple rolls, you could do 2x5. So it's really there's a case for both scenarios for both units.
I think you want 10 Salvagers, 2 MSU Harpoon
Of the Harpoon crew. I think there's less of a reason.
I like the point from Alex that 10 Harpoon have decent shooting.
Yes.
They profit from all of the attack. Yeah.
2x5 shoots 1 monster. The first one, they're anti-monster. Maybe the opponent's like, okay, well, I'll defense this, and then the second unit they can't. I don't know.
Yes, it's also something that the chat is pointing out because maybe we'll get to it. The frigate assault boat is back to
units
broken. You can
because
they can use the assault boat, not be in combat. Then they can charge because the rule text is now
it will be fixed.
They can charge and then they can move 2d6. So
there's no way in hell that won't get fixed, because I guarantee you this book was written before the FAQ was thought up.
It might even be a day one.
Yes, absolutely.
I believe it will be.
There's no way they fix it in the current book to then not fix it.
Because also the assault boat rule has the old language where you can just, hey, I'm going to use my assault boat rule. I'm targeting these 2 units. I pick them up off the battlefield, and then I roll and move my frigate and get them out of the way because
that's
they were
how
in
it
my
used
way.
to be, and that was much easier to charge your boat.
Yes, but then they changed it.
I don't understand. Yeah, but I don't understand why they did that, because it just made everything
really
much smoother. It made your positioning and moving your models much easier.
Yeah, so
I agree with you. It was great.
The problem was you picked them up, and then you moved, and you found out I can't reach. Now where do you place the models back? Because you can't remember where they were exactly.
You don't have to put them in. You don't have to put the models in combat. You never had to set them up in combat. You could put them. I didn't.
What I mean, Matt, is you declare this ability. You remove the models you want to bring with you in the charge.
Yes.
Then you measure and you found out, shit, I can't even make the charge. I'm short. Now where do I put my models? I need to put them back on the board where they were. It was a bit.
The trick is you
awkward.
measure before you take them off.
Yeah, but it's always weird with all these models with flying stands.
Okay.
Well,
I feel like
you
we
didn't actually have to
move.
To use assault boat. You didn't actually have to move. It said can move, but now it says must.
Well, anyway.
Sidetracked here. I feel like the thing with list building with these guys is the capacity with frigates and stuff is if you take Skywardens or Endrinriggers, you can take 2 reinforced units, whereas if you take these guys, you can only take 1 reinforced unit.
Do I need a frigate
character?
So,
pardon?
Do you need
squad of 10 of these?
Do you need a
and
frigate?
1 character?
I mean, they move 12
take
inches for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Well, you want
Do we really need a
frigate
10-inch move boat to move them around?
If you want strike first, and because even if you're only taking 1 unit of them, if you're charging elsewhere on the table, then you want somewhere maybe there to be strike first. So
It would have been better if you could have power through with the boat and taken them with you, because then they're fast enough to not to need transport Skyfarers. But that doesn't happen anymore because yay, fun.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I don't think
So
it's such a problem.
Great units, great
I like
points.
both these units.
Yes, I do. I agree.
Yeah.
Very good.
For
different
I
reasons.
think maybe
Different builds.
there's a list where you spam these.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah,
Because
they're cheap enough.
And very spammable.
I mean, I've been bringing 24 Endrinriggers or 24 Endrinriggers Skywardens for a year and a half now. Why would I not? Why not bring these guys? They're the same stat line as I've been playing.
Yeah, except you'd have far more models.
Yeah, I know, of course.
Yeah, there's also a thing with these guys where if you charge with a frigate, it's fitting them in that wholly within 3-inch bubble and then piling
Because
in
there's
and
more
stuff
models.
because they got
that's
there's more models.
One thing, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So that's
if you use the salt boat, you probably won't get everyone to attack unless you do the sideways. Like they're in front of the
Diagonal.
boat, but the boat is also making the charge sideways, and then they can all pile in forward.
A trick that I have done in the past
awkward.
is and I think would probably be very helpful here is if you have like say you have two packs of 10, right? So you have 10 Harpoon or 10 or whatever. You assault boat one unit and Brokk, and then you just charge with the other one. So
Yes.
Brokk is able to give the buffs to both units as long as that second one makes it in. But hopefully you would have, you're not trying to make a 12-inch charge to get that second unit in. You're trying to make a 5-7-inch charge, which is doable with a reroll.
6,
yeah, exactly. So you can position Brokk to make sure that he's in range to give the buff to both units, which is huge. 4 attacks at rend or at threes, rend 2, 1 damage, crit 2 hits. Nutty.
Yeah, I can see that. So there's been some chat in the chat.
Shocker.
Shocker about double frigates, and Leon said that he tried playing a game with the new frigates. We haven't talked about the frigate Warscroll, but they've got slower. They're 10-inch move now, and they feel slow. And that a double frigate can work with Brokk, but you've gone from like 23-inch range plus charge to 16 inches. So you need to pick your timing better.
You certainly cannot have a frigate assault boat from across the board anymore where you had I used to backboard a frigate all the time. I usually deployed one way far up with the Endrinrigger screen and then one way on my backboard because it could just launch itself forward. Can't do that anymore, certainly. But I still think you'll adapt to that play style.
And you also have to be potentially more careful with the one that was really far forward as well.
Yeah, of course, because no more redeploy. Yes, of course.
So they're both going to move. One's going to move further back, and one's going to move further forward. So they're just next to each other, like they just line up about.
Yeah, it makes me wonder. The play style, I think, is more boats with people around them become castles. You're a mobile castle that people need to really think about if they want to charge in.
Brock's moving castle.
Can go from there.
Anybody like Studio Ghibli?
Let's move on because
Coldbeard's moving castle. That crazy dude.
So riggers 3+ save now. Same as Skywardens. No change to the pistols.
Having a 3-up save on my balloon boys.
Volley gun and
feels so good.
And the heavy weapons are the same. The saw is anti-charge +1 rend now.
So
but drop to -1 base. So basically, if they've charged you, you're as good as you used to be.
Yes.
But with a 3-up save.
With a 3-up save, yes.
They changed the roll.
Potentially a +1 to hit.
Yes.
If you get it off.
Again, there's more interplay, and they changed the role of how. I mean, why were a bunch of engineers charging into the front lines of combat? Like that's not what they should be doing.
No, they should, yeah.
So it makes
around
sense.
the boats.
They're the boat's defense. They're the defensive guys of the boat. They're here to make sure the boat survives.
It wasn't like that. They were just better warriors than the warriors for some reason because they had chainsaws.
Yeah, I mean they still heal the boats. That's the same. Now they heal also the train piece, which is fun. You can heal your train piece.
The train piece, but not the drones.
No.
What I find a bit, well, maybe we'll need to figure this out when playing games. The anti-charge rend. The problem with balloons was always if something charges them, they'll be dead before they can swing back. Of course, you could counter-charge a frigate, give them strike first against a unit that charged, giving them the extra rend. But then now you're back to your normal profile that you used to be. Still, the hitting on 4s was a bit problematic. I'm not sure. With a free up save, -1 to hit, free up save, potentially -1 to wound, minus rend from other sources. Maybe they are tough enough that they can withstand a charge. Well, I'll need to play it out and see.
With an all-out defense, yeah, absolutely. Certainly, if you don't get charged by multiple units, because the better your save gets, the better that save modifiers become. If that makes sense, because you're reducing your fail state by more and more and more and more. So,
yes,
absolutely, this is a defensive unit.
I'm not sure if 6 of these will, like, if you're left with 2, I don't care if they have rend 1 or 2, because 2 of them will be 6-7 attacks.
Sure,
it's something we'll need to figure out.
It'll
be
fun.
This might be worth taking with an Ironclad. I mean, they don't need to charge anymore. So you have an Ironclad with 6 of these hanging around, and when they come and charge it to get the 27 control off of their objective.
I think what we'll do is move on to Skywardens, and then I'll give my thoughts on the both, because they so Skywardens got the 3+ save as well. Everything is basically the same, except for the Sky Pike is now +1 damage on the charge, so it goes to damage 3. And the time charges are the same. Let's cut off a bit at the end there, but it's just time charges are the same. So basically, what they've tried to do is make the Skywardens the offensive guys, the Endrinriggers the defensive guys. However, my feeling on this is the best way to solve the problem of, the Endrinriggers, might not survive being charged. Then maybe they will, maybe they won't, but it depends what they get charged by. And if they do survive, how many attacks you can have left is you just put them behind a screen, and then you counter charge with a frigate, and then you get strike first, and then it doesn't matter.
Literally what I said.
And then it doesn't matter, because then you are getting +1 charge for your Sky Pikes as well.
Shout out to Ramon Silva in the chat.
So I don't know who it is, but hi.
Sorry, he's a SoCal local.
Okay.
Shout out. That's all.
So your Skywardens can also do the role that they're trying to make Endrinriggers do. Is the thing, because if you're going to do it by countercharging a frigate, then the Skywardens do that just as well as Endrinriggers, unless you build into it with an Endrinmaster.
Skywardens usually are your hammer. Now you're putting your hammer in front of your boat as a screen. I'm not sure.
Damage
3 is fun. What I really don't like is the rend, and these do not profit from the Salvagers ability. They don't get the extra rend. That would have been great. Crit mortals. I think on paper the crit mortals did more damage than
I never liked crit mortal. I never liked the crit mortals. I never rolled 6s. I hated trying to roll 6s.
Well,
it never mattered.
A skill issue.
I mean, I think +1 damage on the charge is just better than crit mortals, and you won't change my mind.
If it was charge +1 rend, I would feel better about it.
I don't think so. I think the +1 damage is better than the try. I don't know. I understand. All out defense is worse. Okay, if all out defense is worse these days, and people are not just blanket using it right off the bat anymore.
True. I guess my feeling is they've tried to give to separate the roles here, and I feel like they kind of miss with the Endrinriggers a bit because you can do it. I feel like what the Endrinriggers needed was like an ability where if something's in combat with the boat, but they're not in combat, they can make a D6 move, but they can only end in combat with stuff that's in combat with the boat that they were next to or whatever. Something weird like that. And so they could swoop into combat and then get fight first or something. That would have been fun. At the moment, it's I mean, I loved getting a 3+ save. It's better. So you can't complain about that. Would you guys have preferred 3 wounds and a 4-up, or are you happy with a 3-up save?
3-up save is better.
Yeah.
I think it makes
Says the
more sense.
Blight King player. Trust me. 3-up save is better.
How would you have felt if they got both and they'd just been really expensive, like 160?
100. Well, they no.
No.
Then you would just take the Salvagers.
Yeah.
The two wounds also means you can rally them easier.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, true.
That's something I really miss in this book is bonus to rally.
Oh, yeah.
Where's our generic hero with +3 rally dice? We don't have musicians, so we're always rallying with 6 dice. Kind of have
Like when you see
+3.
KO artwork, there's always like tons of guys just buzzing around all over the place. Like, can we
They're
call for
they're all
reinforcements?
running away.
They're not answering their pages.
Yeah.
I want to check something as well because you mentioned earlier about having a banner, and I don't.
Thunderers have banners.
Thunderers. Well, they
Thunderers
don't in the previous rules. Did they add them here?
I guess
No,
we
they
didn't
did in the
have-
previous rules.
They
We
always
didn't have
had
the banner keyword.
It was the
They have
thing.
the honor bearer.
It
It
was
would
Santa
be-
Bearer.
It would be on their key. It would be on their keywords.
Yeah, they definitely do have it now. It's the standard bearer keyword, which is that the same as
Yes.
the banner rule?
It's just +1.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
Standard Bearer.
There was a
Or-
time when we didn't have it, even though we had a guy. Do you know what I mean? There was, there was, but
It used to give
maybe it's a couple of changes ago.
reroll battle shock rolls. Or
Yeah,
something.
I think
Yeah, that
there was
was
a time when it was just on the Warscrolls. It's different. Okay, so
Like-
Endrinriggers and Skywardens still have a use.
Time charge is still interesting.
Yeah,
Now more
Yeah,
so
very
because
good.
because you can't power through. So-
with your boat, so you can do it with both units.
Yeah.
It's another D3 mortal wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So you charge this. Let's call it castle.
Mhm.
You're getting D3 mortal wounds and a 2+ from the Endrin. You're getting D3 mortal wounds end of turn if you didn't kill all Skywardens.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to the boats, we'll see they can deal D6 mortal wounds on a 2+.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming a bit,
Oh, maybe there's
Miserable.
Arkanauts nearby and they get to shoot because that's a thing
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, Arkanauts,
Yeah.
they can shoot.
They get
Which one
unleash
was it?
hell.
You're
Unleash hell
-1
for
to
free.
hit. You might be
All the
-1
Overwatch
to move. You
mechanics,
might
yeah.
be -1 rend. You might even fail
On a
to
3-up.
charge. So the opponent making that decision, I'm gonna be in front of your castle. I'm gonna charge it. He linearly needs to consider a lot of things and be
Mhm.
sure to remind him what you could potentially all the time.
You only need one toilet dice now, so you just have your one weighted dice. You don't need both of them.
Yeah, yeah.
You just need to
Yeah.
make 3-ups
Okay.
all day long.
Brokk could do D3 mortal wounds as well. Yeah,
Bombs.
it stacks.
And then bombs. Yeah.
Arkanaut Company.
Mhm.
You alluded to it a
Solid
second ago.
guys.
The main change here is their ability. They've lost the +1 to hit on objectives.
Well,
Because
we'll get it from
Salvagers
somewhere else.
Got that. Yeah, we got it from somewhere else. And now they have an ability. If an enemy unit charged this turn as in combat with this unit, you get to pick this unit to be the target. And you are dice on 3+. You immediately get to shoot as if it was your shooting phase, but all of your attacks have to shoot that unit. And this is
And
once per
your
turn.
heavy weapons
army.
get to shoot.
Yes. Once per turn, army, any combat phase, and for the rest of the phase, the unit's privateer heavy weapons get shoot in combat. So this is basically covering fire, but you don't get the -1 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
but it's on a 3+, but no CP.
Also, I like how they
So-
got rid of the Gatling gun and the Skyhook, and it's now just heavy weapons.
Yes.
And they'll do this not just in
true.
your opponent's
That's
combat
bad. That's really
phase, they'll
bad.
do it in your combat phase as well, right?
Yeah.
So you charge them in, they'll shoot.
Yeah.
So they shoot the enemy, then they charge in, they shoot the enemy again,
Yeah.
then they combat.
Then they fight.
Pick an enemy unit that charged.
Oh,
Yes.
Not.
But if your
that
opponent
you charge.
countercharges, if
Yeah,
your
if
opponent
you counter-
countercharges, you get to shoot them potentially on a 3+.
After you try to bamboozle.
Yes.
The thing.
So the heavy
okay, what-
weapons.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I think that's.
Where's my 2d6 polygon shots? That was my.
That never.
I
that,
think
that
it was
hit on-
speed up.
that you rolled 4 shots on and then
No,
did nothing
no,
with.
no. I always roll like 10.
Ah,
It's really good.
I never
now,
had.
I loved
hated
it.
Well, now you get rend.
And 2
Because you
damage.
didn't get rend on the and 2 damage. So I feel like this is
It's like
'cause you've
4.
gone-
It's 4.
the Skyhook
It's
has
just a
effectively
second
gone from
Skyhook.
1 attack to 2. Yes, but this is 2 attacks per model, whereas the Skyhook used to
Yeah.
be
Okay.
1
So
attack.
you have. Yeah. You doubled. You got 2. You got 4 skyhooks.
basically, you
They-
just
they
model
never
your
hit anything.
Arkanauts with two
Those
Although-
Skyhooks.
never
to
did
the
anything.
Skyhook and a
So
Vongrim.
all the everybody was from first
the
edition
render
that had a
changed, though.
million Skyhooks. Yeah.
Yes, my 12 Skyhooks are ready.
Yes.
I got those boys. They're ready. They're there. They're waiting.
Although you
But-
do still have
okay,
to take a
sure.
Sky Pike.
Absolutely.
The Sky Pike has
Have
also
to?
got charge plus
Easy.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When are
as
Archons
well.
ever charging?
So they can shoot, maybe. Yeah.
No, they can't. Because this is
Oh,
not
yeah, we just
anti-charge.
discussed that,
This
yes.
is
Yes.
this is when you charge.
Yeah.
I know, it's a
Yeah,
bit
we
weird.
literally
It's a bit weird.
discussed
This is a
Feedback loop.
defensive
Yes.
ability, but then the weapon gets an offensive buff.
that. Yeah.
So, I don't
Well,
know.
I think it's just because they got
Um,
a Sky Pike and the Skywardens got a Sky Pike, so like, oh, we want them to be the same.
Maybe,
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Not multiple
maybe,
profiles.
maybe. But yeah, these are interesting.
Keep in mind this
if we
unit is
think-
90 points.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. 180 points for 20 of these around your boat, -1 to hit. Maybe you're using that formation. They ignore 1 rend.
Mhm.
They could ignore a second rend through the Codewright,
Mhm.
the Scourge of Garan Codewright. So basically, they're an
Mhm.
unrendable 4-up save, -1 to be hit, -1 to be wounded.
You mean they're ghosts?
Yes.
And you shoot
And
them
you shoot. So
when they charge
you
you.
charge in. These guys will shoot you. You get multiple mortal wounds from all these things that we said before.
Mhm.
I like it.
Mhm.
40 shots
That's
is
a lot.
nothing to
lot of
sneeze
shots.
at.
The
It's
only thing is,
41 shots. Yeah, some of
It's on
these
a 3+.
with damage too. Of
I
course,
always just
everything
count
but-
the high. I always
thing
just count
is-
the heavy weapons is just basically just like the amount of damage is probably just equal to a couple extra pistols. So it's just that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
40 shots.
they're wounding better. Mind that this
So
is a
it
bit
might
worse
happen.
than the old ability because the 1+1 to hit also counted in shooting. The new Salvagers is only melee.
Mhm.
Still, they all have 2 attacks. It's another 40 attacks attacking you.
The main thing that was good about the old +1 was if you use covering fire, then it cancelled it out,
Yes.
and then because you don't get it on this anyway, the -1 to hit, so you're the same there.
Yeah. So yeah, you could.
You're not covering fire
Interesting.
Arkanaut though.
Occasionally I did. If I like, but not very
Okay.
often.
Did
Sure.
to kill the last 2 wounds on the Shadow
Sure.
Queen.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I
it's just
did
if there was
multiple
nothing
times.
else nearby that could, because the thing is, it used to be like if you redeployed your boat back and then the units then went behind the boat, then they would actually often end up out of range of a lot of stuff for their covering.
It
if they
certainly
used
wasn't
covering
something you
fire.
were basing like a strategy on, right? Like
Oh no.
thing
Sometimes it's just like, oh, is it worth it? Oh yeah, maybe.
The thing
Especially
is
if you're
the-
like a unit
Pieces.
20.
What I want to say about the 3+, yeah, it's a 3+,
Mhm.
but it's for your opponent to worry about.
Yeah.
Will he make that 3+ or not? Do I charge
Mhm.
in and then get shot by 40+ shots
Mhm.
on a 3+?
Just roll a
Sure,
three.
it can fail, but what if not?
If not, yeah, it's not like yeah.
It's
Not nothing.
also, I want to just point out, it's in the combat phase. So it's not in the charge phase. So your opponent's combat abilities will happen first. So if they do more
Sure.
wounds on the charge or whatever, or they got rampages, they will happen first.
If I'm getting charged by Prince Vordry with 20 Arkanauts, I have something much bigger to worry about for sure.
Prince Vordry can just play around this. He'll just use his rampage to pile in, and he didn't charge, so you don't get to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
But, I mean, Arkanaut Company.
Okay, way to. Okay, Max, I'll pick any other monster in the game. Just kidding. But yes, you're right.
The thing is with Arkanaut Company is they're a good cheap screen, but now they have competition for that role.
Yes, and the screens, I think, are much. You use the fast ones.
The masses are rising up here. This is not such a capitalist system.
The 5-man Harpoon crew that can move 12 is a much better screen. These guys, I think, now 480 points, 20 that are so hard to. It's 20 wounds that you need to kill with all these debuffs.
You know what the Arkanauts really are great at? They're not great at being the screen. They're great at being behind the screen, but still in combat to shoot. And then you can use the Harpoon crew and just leave the combat with that unit, and then choose it with now I'm in combat with your 10-man infantry unit, not your Baron Guard or whatever that just charged, or whatever the pigs that just charged me. It's pretty funny. They're like a screen. They're like the Arkanauts want to screen themselves.
Yeah. And then your Endrinriggers are behind the Arkanauts. So then when they pile into the Arkanauts, then they bring your Endrinriggers into combat. So then they can actually. That's how the Endrinriggers survive.
And now they're anti-charge because they're in combat.
Yes,
like
we're onions with layers, and we spent all of our points on screens.
Actually, I think it's more like a lasagna, but because each layer is just more delicious than the last.
That could work. Moving on. Yeah, moving on. Before we add any more layers, Thunderers.
Pour one out for my poor boys.
Yeah, Kron, is there going to be a deploy into Elite version 5.0?
No,
I don't. They're not that. They're good. They're good. They have a different role now.
They're a support. They're a marker light unit.
We have 44. Where are they here? 45 of these beautiful bastards painted. You probably only need 2 units of 5. 10.
10.
You're only ever going to need.
Yes,
Ramona. That was a Czech.
Yes, it was the Czech reference.
Shout out to Ramon, my boy.
I like these, but they have a new role, and I like the role they have.
Yes, you did.
Can we just talk about the stats before we talk about the ability?
No, it's the ability that we want to talk about.
Yes,
they will do nothing
very
in shooting.
Quickly. Well, you need to do something in shooting though for the ability.
You don't.
Yes,
you don't need to.
You literally do.
No, you can just roll. If you did 0 damage, you can still roll your dice and do whatever you want to do.
Oh, I see. Because it just have to be the control characteristic.
So you add 0 plus your d6.
So you want to do something. You want to do damage to like a monster if you were trying to.
Yeah, but monsters then they usually have a control characteristic.
Wait, doesn't could you explode the drone on something first?
No,
give it
because that happens.
Control score.
That happens in a combat phase. This is shooting.
And
phase.
there's a difference between control score and control characteristic as well.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
All I wanted to say on
the good
thing is the range changed.
No, the range.
The range. Look,
you can do this from 18 inches apart.
Yes.
The mortar and ether cannon were always rend 1, but the shotguns, the fumigator and deck sweeper, they were rend 1 as well. Potentially
anti-infantry with Khemist rend 3.
Yeah.
That's what died.
Yes.
Yeah. We basically lost one. So can we just explain how this ability works for anyone that hasn't read it yet?
Sure.
Or can't see it on screen because they're watching on the podcast later or listening on the podcast later. So it's a shooting phase ability once per turn army, so you can't take loads of under units to do this.
Yeah, you might want to.
And it's react. Yeah, for doing it in different places
on this side or that side.
You declare it and you get to pick either shield breaker or Thunderdrak ammunition. And what happens is if all the shooting attacks made for your shooting target the same enemy unit, after you've done your shooting, roll a dice, and add the number of damage points allocated to the target by the shooting. If the roll is higher than the target's control characteristic, apply the following effect to the target based on the ammunition type picked. So basically, if their control score 1, you need to do at least 1 damage to them.
No.
But you might just
No.
roll like a 3
No, you
even if you
don't.
do 0 damage.
You
So
just
you'll be
need to
fine.
shoot
You
at them,
need to
and
roll
if
a
they
2+.
control score 1,
A 2+.
you just have to then
Yes.
roll a 1 on a d6.
Yes, what I'm saying is to guarantee it, you need to do at least 1 damage.
A
but
2 on a
yes,
d6.
yes,
You need to roll
yeah,
a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
There
you
are markers
control
like-
score
similar
1,
to a
you
rule
need
they
to do
used to
1
have,
damage.
I remember.
yes.
It's just roll a 2+.
And for stuff like monsters and that, you need to roll higher or do a couple of damage to them.
Like if
And
you,
when
don't-
if you
you
don't
said
care-
suppressive,
Sorry.
this is very similar
Don't
to
waste
suppressive.
all out attack on this.
Oh,
You
I
just
didn't
need
say
to
do
point
all
at
out
them.
attack.
No, what I'm saying is you point at something that's 18 inches away. You don't take Furies, you don't take Dex Sweepers. Forget about those weapons. Yes, they're more shots.
Yeah.
You don't care. You want the 18-inch range,
take more rifles.
5-man unit. You point at these guys. You say, you. Then you roll a 2+. They have
Mhm.
control score. What? 0? What is it?
Control score 1.
1. Maximum 1. You charge in a Gunhauler with control score 2. Congratulations. The Gunhauler just took the objective from 20 blight, whatever they're called, plague bearers.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, there's 2 different
Absolutely.
things you can do here. Because the shield breaker one is right. So the shield breaker one is so if you beat their control characteristic, the shield breaker one means that they can't take wards anymore. They can't make ward rolls anymore.
And
the
how
Thunder
long?
Drac
How long?
and to the start of your next turn, which is a long time.
Oh,
Yes.
that could last a double turn.
Yes.
it
Yeah,
could.
so it's much longer than the burst grenade.
Yes. And the
Oh, that's
Thunder
nice.
Drac one
That's
is
nice.
maximum control score 1.
Yes.
Not control characteristic 1. So even if they have even if their control score 2 unit with 10 models with plus D6 control score, they still end up only scoring 1.
1.
Yes.
A gun
No,
haul,
one
like Jack
thing-
said, a gun hauler steals an objective from a 20-man unit with 2 control score,
Yes.
a 2 control characteristic.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So
The,
good.
the Gunhauler has control characteristics.
I
too,
mean,
yes.
you just take. I mean, 5 Thunderers should be in everybody's list.
Yeah, and I think the Regiment of Renown will be very hot. Because it's 290 points for 2 times 500s and a very utility code, right? What I also want to point out here for this mini game that you're playing is add the number of damage points allocated. This is before ward rolls. So potentially more.
Yes.
Yes. Important.
But I think the thing is, if you just want to lower the control score, depending on the units you're trying to do something to, if it's like a monster or something, then you need to get some damage through. So there's a debate on whether you just take 5 or whether you take 10.
I don't think
I don't think you have room.
Or you just roll
you
a-
really want to target monsters with this.
Yeah, no.
What, you don't want to
They're
remove
man-
a ward from a monster?
Yeah,
Or
but
like a-
That's
a
why I have
monster
a
hero?
burst
Over their
grenade.
control
That
score,
is why I
really.
take a burst grenade, Lee,
Yeah.
to deal with the
Yeah.
monsters. To the small units, I'm going to use this one.
Yeah.
Because they're still, 130 points? They're not cheap.
Yes.
But
No, they're not
think-
cheap.
a
They're not
5-man
cheap.
unit,
They're
maybe
not,
2
they're not
5-man units.
insanely expensive.
They can jump around with the Gunhauler, the aforementioned one, because they're a 5-man unit.
Yep.
Finally, there's a role for 5-man Thunderer unit.
Yes.
I really like these.
These are not the like Kron said, these are not the deploy and delete style unit they once were in the day.
No.
These are a sideshow
They're
support
utility
unit.
piece.
Yeah, 100%.
These are the Ghostbusters that
utility
we always
piece,
wanted, because they will remove the wards from all your ghosty boys.
Yeah.
What
This
is
is
gonna be a
what's
nightmare
in
for
the book?
ghosts.
The black
Black
Yeah,
or
Marines.
whatever.
Black
Yeah.
Marines, I think.
Black
The-
Marines.
It's
Which
in,
is
it's
where
in
the burst grenade comes from. The burst
Yeah,
grenade.
it's in the description for the burst grenade. They still exist. They're still around.
Yeah.
Great unit.
Fantastic.
LW in the chat is saying is they thought allocating damage came afterwards.
No, if you go through the book, there's a flow diagram,
Mhm.
and it tells you when you allocate to the target. So you're handing over damage to your opponent, and then he allocates it to his models. That happens.
Yeah, and he
afterwards.
doesn't. Does he allocate damage, or does he remove health now? And that's
I
did
have
they
no idea,
change
but
the
it
wording?
is. I know this because it's the same with deed points for Flesh Eater heroes, because they get the points, the damage they allocated to the opponent. If then he wards everything, they still get the 6 points.
Okay, so I'm looking at the diagram Max is talking about now. You attack, hit roll, wound roll, save roll success, and then that's where damage points are inflicted. And then if no, it goes to a damage pool. Then you add in mortal damage from whatever, and then for each damage point, then you do your ward rolls after that.
Yeah, when you already allocated.
And then what do you do after ward roll said? Do you allocate, or because it said inflicted?
Oh,
before.
well, yes, exactly. So ward roll success, no, allocate damage point.
So it's afterwards, because before you're inflicting damage,
yes, but
afterwards you're allocating damage, and this is allocating, not inflicting.
Did I get this wrong? Wait, let me check with the.
I think it is afterwards.
Are we sure? Why is the Flesh Eater different?
Because you look at the attacking diagram, and it says save roll success. No.
Yeah, I know. I
damage
told you
points
where to look.
Yeah.
Let me just. Why is it different with Flesh Eaters then? Is there different wording? Sorry, guys.
Maybe the Flesh Eater Quartz is damage inflicted.
Double deed points. Where's the fighting? It's damage points inflicted.
There you go. That's it. Damage
Yeah.
points inflicted is before wards, but allocated
my bad.
is after wards.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
That's
That's why
the
we do
difference
this.
between the words inflicted and.
That's why we do this.
So it's afterwards for their shooting.
Still good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
that's good.
There is a trick you could do here if you really wanted to, which I think you would never actually probably do, but you could remove a ward with a burst grenade to guarantee this ability going off, to guarantee them removing the ward for longer, because this lasts for longer than the burst grenade. But that's very niche.
It sounds very.
It's very weird. Like, it sounds like you would probably never need to do that.
Okay, well then it's as people think.
Yeah.
The damage you did, and
Yeah.
then you do your mini game. But again,
I think
control
the key
score 1.
points
You just need to roll that.
Is the amount of damage doesn't necessarily matter if you roll higher in your because you roll. It's your damage.
You're not targeting Archeon with this with Thunderers to remove his ward roll.
No, it's
just throw a
very
Pokeball
hard
at him.
to deal enough damage.
You throw a Pokeball at
Unless,
Archeon, the burst grenade, capture Dorgar, take away the ward.
The question: if you're going against Archeon, would you take the Void Stone though?
Depends what else is in the army.
Yeah, this is the thing: is if you take the Void Stone, then you don't have burst grenades, so then you are relying on this more. So occasionally,
If I'm facing Archeon, I'm taking that burst grenade and taking it out turn 1.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What are you talking about, Lee?
Well, that's
whether it's
saying.
Archeon or not. The point is certain things. There are certain things where you take Void Stone, where then would you?
In this edition, I don't know. I
matter.
barely take Void Stone off.
Okay.
To be honest.
I remiss to say that this is probably my last War Scroll. I have to go fly high.
Okay.
I knew this was going to be a little bit of a long show. I hope you guys can keep it under 3. But I had a lot of fun. I appreciate Lee letting me talk nonsense for 2 hours straight. And maybe a few other people on the show will get a chance to talk now that I'm leaving.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Matt. Pleasure to have you as always.
All right, guys. Thank you. Oh, and shout out to Ramon. Yes, that is true. He once tried to wrestle me and throw me into a pool. Although I take umbrage with his characterization that I wrestle like a weasel, it was more like a grizzly bear.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wanted to state that.
Oh, yes, I see that.
All right, guys. Have a great show, and I'll see you some other time.
See you soon. Bye. Should we move on from Thunderers? That's a good pivot point.
So we like this.
Brokk,
I think we can summarize Brokk as he's the same.
He's just the good old. Oh, what
critical hits.
Oh yeah,
he got critical hits. He got critical hits. He's better. He's better than he was before. Yeah.
And I think he's now shooting better than any boat we have.
I think
he
the
hits
important
on
thing
base.
is you can still do run, shoot, and charge for boats. So
Yes, he still gives
that's
the extra
important.
attack, any combat phase. He doesn't. It's all the same.
If anything, his run, shoot, and charge is more important because the boats are slower now.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on. Brokk is good. There we go. Simple.
Brokk is good.
Admiral
Sure.
changed to.
Admiral got a bit of a glow up on his combat hammer. Like, wow.
Sort of. He lost some rend, but he got more attacks. So swings and roundabouts. His stats are the same.
He's
Scout armor,
140 points, I think we said.
Yeah. His
Presumably.
flagship ability is different now because you get a flagship anyway, so you don't need to pick a flagship. But it's changed, so now you pick a flagship near him, which is a bit weird because you'd only ever have one flagship or whatever. And you do it in the shooting phase, and then for the rest of that phase, each time it shoots, you get to re-roll one hit roll. It's one dice. It's a bit weird that it says each time it shoots because you can only shoot once.
It basically makes one of the 6 attacks 7 attacks.
Not as useful as it was before, when you used to have a cannon that you shot in your Ironclad. Now there's not really a cannon.
Yeah. So rerolling one hit roll is fine, I guess. It's not quite as simple as making it 7 attacks in theory because it's like you still have 50% chance of failing that reroll because you're hitting on 4s. But
it's an extra attack. You can still fail that.
Yeah,
well, you get an additional hit roll because you're gonna fail one at least. You get an additional shot you can try to hit. It's an extra attack.
Yeah.
It makes it a 7 shot as well, which is
That's his next ability. He once per turn.
His next ability.
Finally.
Yeah.
So he
Not
gives
once per
you.
game.
He gives you 7 attacks and 8 attacks.
Honestly, you'll be and hitting. It's 7 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling one of those, because you're going to be all out attacking that Ironclad if you're putting this much into it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if he's worth it.
Probably
I do
not.
not know
Now
if
that you
he's
don't
worth
need
140 points to make your Ironclad better. That is not as good as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you just get a flagship without him, probably don't need him.
Mm-hmm.
But what other rule does a flagship give other than
Gives you the Endrinworks.
Gives you the Endrinworks. That's what you want.
But he didn't do that before, did he?
No.
The only thing is he gave you more control score on Arkanaut and whatnot.
Yeah,
no one ever used that rule.
Because my Arkanauts were never near him.
I like that it's within 24 inches, and it's any Skyvessel that he gives the extra attack.
Yes, it doesn't
the
have
shooting,
to be the
we'll see
flagship.
the shooting of the boats just decreased. So I don't know if it's worth it to spend that many points on him, to be honest. He's not really a combat hero. You don't have to throw him into combat. 4 attacks, round 1.
No, it's what we said about with the fight twice is none of the heroes are that fighty. They're like he's got 3 damage and he's got 4 attacks, but it's not like he's got a mount that's also fighting and stuff like that. So
our guys they're not really combat guys. You're not buying these guys to be in combat.
I mean, they hit decently compared to other heroes, but
yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
In terms of I mean, it's fine. It's not something that's
not my first choice.
Yeah, there's probably other better heroes now, I think.
Yes.
Okay, move on to Drekki. So
he's the same kind of.
Did he have a +1 rend against monsters before? I can't remember.
Yeah, he's an anti-monster guy.
Yeah, but did he? Question is,
his shooting's still good. His melee's still good. It's the same as the Admiral.
I mean, he used to have Rend 2 anti-monster.
Okay.
So he lost the Rend there. But he gained 1 damage. It used to be damage 2.
His gun's still nice. The 2d6 shots
gun is the same. He lost the steel.
Steel
Steel
artifact.
artifact.
Ah, that's fun.
No,
Yeah,
that's
he's-
gone. That has been gone for a while, I think. Yeah,
I just realized I
no.
was talking whilst muted.
It's not there.
He's
So-
pretty the same.
Picking the Aethling
kept
is the
him.
same.
He's exactly the same. He just lost the rend
Except-
and gained the damage.
Yeah, they changed that to say boarding weapons rather than just melee weapons, but the frigate weapons are
Same.
the main reason you take him is reroll charge rolls for the Aethling, because the Aethling is a frigate, and rerolling charge rolls is good.
And run rolls.
Yeah, and run rolls. If you've got Brokk and him, then yeah, it's good. And rerolling charge rolls on counter charge is even better, because not many people in the game can do that.
I mean, he does. Did he do the -1 wound rolls before? No, because his Skyhook used to inflict mortal wounds end of turn. Now in the
Mhm.
combat phase, you can subtract 1 wound roll from
Okay.
the monster,
-1
which
wound.
is pretty good.
-1 to wounds, not bad. It's pretty good.
I mean, usually monsters wound on 2s, but they hit the hero
Yeah.
on top of it. Usually,
I mean,
doesn't.
and if you're next to a boat, you -1 to hit and -1 to wound. It's adding up.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Cool.
I'm not sure if that's why I would take him, but
you take them for the rerolls, for the charge rerolls and the run rolls.
don't even
The
know
problem
if I
with taking
buff
Drekki,
can
one
do that
thing
with. I can do that with a
basically-
command point, to be honest.
yeah. The problem with taking Drekki and Brokk is you've then got 2 unique heroes, and then where you put in your artifacts, and you're taking
Yeah.
another hero, and before you know it, you spend a lot of points on heroes.
Although I still take 3
Navigator.
heroes. Yeah, but not
Let's talk
these.
about the Navigator. So stats are the same, I believe. It doesn't matter because that's not why you take a Navigator. You don't take a Navigator for the shooting and the melee. He doesn't have a flare pistol anymore. So he can still unbind as if he's a
Wait,
wizard.
teleports-
Fine.
He teleports boats now. That's new.
Yes, that's new.
Did you read this? He's-
I did not
think
read the
this is very
Navigator.
good.
I just looked at it like, okay, cool, whatever.
No, he
Moving
lost
on.
his
Yeah.
half move and extra move and everything, but I do like his ability.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free teleport.
It is
There's
a
no
free
dice
teleport
roll.
every turn for him.
There's
and
no
Brokk.
dice roll. I'm just going to keep saying it. There's no dice roll.
Yeah.
No dice roll on an ability. That's always good. So you just guaranteed teleporting a boat. And then,
Or an auto Endrin.
yeah, which needs to charge to actually do something. But
Yeah, I mean, you can.
yeah,
But
place
it doesn't
some-
teleport the units with the boat.
no.
Nope. Just him.
No. Okay.
It teleports him,
Mm.
and the boat needs to be in combat range of him to begin with. I do really like this because, as you said, it's a free teleport guaranteed, which is always good. Him and a Gunhauler that you can. Why do I like this? The trouble I always had
burst
before,
grenade on him.
usually he was carrying he was carrying the burst grenade, and then your frigates were in front doing stuff, and he needed to auto run to actually get there.
Mhm.
The opponent redeployed, and he was not in range.
Mhm.
Now you can position him, since the burst grenade is now every turn. You can position him where you want him.
Mhm.
9 inches away. The burst grenade has 12-inch range, so they need a 4-up on the redeploy to get away from it. Yada yada yada.
Mhm.
I really like it, and he can unbind. It's the only unbind we have in the whole book now,
Yeah.
unless you're using a place of power.
Yeah.
So
Also,
Okay, that's a interesting utility,
It's
I
a sh-
guess.
it's a shame to lose the half move because the half move is good, but you still get it with a soggy Codewright. So
yes, potentially you get it.
Yeah. But
No,
this is also
it's fantastic.
it's also
really good,
another
yeah.
place where we've lost movement because they also used to give +3 move, which you're not getting. So there's another source of making the boats slower. But we've got a teleport instead, so that's cool. Okay, moving on to the Null Chemist, who's
Chemist.
new. 8 health, 3+ save, so same as a dirigible, 12-inch move. we've seen his stats before in the articles. So the Null
Mhm.
gas extinguisher, 8 range, 3d6 attacks, 2s and 4s, -1 rend, 1 damage.
Why
I mean,
is he
and
wounding
choose to
on
hit
force?
is fun, but
Because it's just gas. Gas doesn't
No,
go
but
for armor very
even
well.
like the whole thing. If he would have wounded on freeze that, like, take him. Wounding on force just breaks this guy for me. Look,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I'd love
I
to
mean,
have him as a hero hunter. You know, double the damage against
Mhm.
wizards or priests or whatever. Manifestation hunter even. But not wounding on force.
I mean, I feel like if you take this guy, you take him for his ability, which is a passive. Well, one of his abilities, passive ability, 5+ ward for him and Skyfarer units. Whole living 12 of him. You have 5+ ward against spells and prayers and abilities used by manifestations.
No,
So-
you have a ward against mortal damage inflicted by those.
Okay, yeah.
If they have a spell that gives fight last, you'll still be fighting last.
Yes,
Or
it's
turns
because
off
it's
readable, turns off movement abilities and such.
because
Yeah,
that's what a ward
Yeah.
does.
So it's only the mortal wounds.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's worth it then on a 5-up. I'd rather take the Endrinworks 4+, ignore all spells that target
Yeah.
my units, and deal D3 mortal wounds to the caster.
Mhm.
So much better.
Yeah.
Much bigger aura because the boat base is bigger.
Mhm.
It doesn't need to be wholly within. This needs to be wholly within 12. Yeah, sure, nice to have. I think his role could be the one of Callus and Toll, priest hunting, but
Mhm.
then not wounding on force and with one rend, unfortunately. Otherwise,
Yeah.
fantastic. 3d6 shots, damage 2, and then you have 4 attacks with damage 4 potentially. Maybe
It's the
give
only
him
thing
the
about
fight
this guy is
tonight.
if you wanted to have a source of a defense against magic in a different location to a boat, like if you had 2 boats going around different parts of the board, with a hero.
How many spells really do mortal wounds? They always
that
do like
many.
D3 mortal wounds.
The spells you care about are the ones that do abilities, aren't they? They're not the ones that do mortal wounds. There are
Is the
but-
impact
And
mortal
Brokk,
wounds
I
from the
guess.
jaws, are those a spell ability? I'm not even sure if it's a spell ability, that one.
it just says
that's the
abilities
only-
used by
that's the only-
manifestations.
It is an ability used by
No.
a manifestation. That's fair. That's true.
Yeah, sure.
So
Mortal damage. So if the manifestation has crit mortals, it will still work.
Mhm.
Sure. But I just have an auto Endrin there rolling 3d6 manifestations.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't see a place for him. Unfortunately, it's a cool model. Probably will not get painted first.
Not before the Vongrim guys.
and the outpost thing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the normal name for
We're
Khemist
so
and
much quicker with that one.
yes, and the heroes we easy to talk about because it's so same stats as before: 5 health, 4+ save. The anatomizers
Gets less and less range, this
same.
thing.
It was 8 before, wasn't it?
I think at one point it used to be 12, and
It used
then
to be
9,
10.
and then 8.
And then
Yeah.
but it was 8 before this book.
Yeah.
And yeah, whatever, it's melee weapons are rubbish. Atmospheric isolation has changed because it used to be -1 to hit.
Yes.
Now
But
it's
we
-1.
get that from the cover. So
Yes. So they changed that to -1 to charge rolls for enemy units within 9 of him.
yeah,
So
the
more than
9. But still.
So it doesn't affect anyone teleporting near you, basically.
No, but it's a passive, so it works on everyone, and I like this combined with the bamboozle roll. So not only just taking away 1 dice, but I'm also subtracting 1 from that roll.
And his Aetheric augmentations changed. So it's still once per turn army shooting phase, but it's now only Arkanaut company.
Yes, that's a shame.
So
but it's
+1
okay
to
since Thunder has changed their role anyway. Would have been
You don't-
nice on the
Harpoon
Salvagers.
guys.
Yeah, would have been nice on the Vongrim guys.
Yeah.
But maybe would have been too good.
Mhm. And there's a
Um,
case to make on Skywardens as well. Freeze and freeze. Lots of attacks. -2.
Seriously, they made the Khemist.
But still.
The Khemist also has gas, but his gas hits on forts. Why does his gas hit on forts?
I don't know.
yeah. But it has run too.
Because he has more of it.
Wow.
Because he's got 3d6. I don't know. I'm not sure I want to take a Chemist. -1 to charge is good, but
neither did I. But then thinking about it in the terms of this Arkanaut build around the boat, extra rend potentially, -1 charge is always annoying for opponents.
are you?
Like how often did you need? Oh, I need an 8-inch. Oh, now it becomes a 9-inch. Oh, yeah.
Are
Could
you
be.
seriously
needs to
considering large amounts of Arkanauts around a boat?
A block of 20 is one list idea I have. Yes.
Okay.
Block of 20 and 2 characters next to an Ironclad.
Yeah, him,
And
and the Codewright. Sounds. This Scourge of Garan Codewright is a auto include. Sorry, but it's just the truth. Deal with it.
Especially with the Navigator losing its half move because
I also like a Navigator. Him or the Navigator, depending on the build. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the Codewright. This is the normal Codewright, not the second one. Just ignore the attacks.
I like +5 to control score. That's that's all right.
So his ability works in a similar way. It's in your hero phase.
It's
you
visible units.
Free
No
visible
range.
friendly Skyfarer units to be the targets now.
Doesn't work
on
Not
boats
boats.
Not on boats.
Used to work on boats, doesn't anymore. And on a 3+, you got now +5 control score. It used to be +2. So that's actually at a point where it's good. Like you can give, a hero.
You can have a hero with control score 12.
Yeah. +5 is a significant amount to add on, whereas 2 before wasn't enough. So 5 is good. And then +1 to run and charge rolls. Yeah, that's what you did before.
Retreat and shoot without damage.
Before it was just retreat and no damage. Now it's retreat and shoot, which with the fact that they changed transport so that you can't pick them up out of combat is significant because now you can use him to do retreat and shoot, and then as they retreat to within range of the boat, they can still shoot. Then once the boat moves them.
Yep. 80 points.
So,
very
and he's
cheap.
80 points.
He unlocks the regiment at 80 points. It's very cheap. I still prefer the other version.
Yeah, I mean the other one, -1 to wound rolls, -1 round.
Yeah, or half move.
Good. Or half move, or I mean the half move is good. The minus D3 from the move is less good.
And it is at within 18 inches. That's pretty good.
The range.
The enemy needs to be within 18, and then you can either half or subtract D3 or half, and then 3 or 6 points, -1 wound or -1 wound and -1 range. And that's very good. That's the one you want.
Yeah, I guess the difference is for this one is you're not playing some sort of mini game of collecting points. You're just doing things
on a free up. And he's, I mean, the collecting points is any hero phase. So every hero phase you roll D3. You'll be there round 2, probably, or 3. So you had 3 attempts. On average, you should have 6 points by then. And then in the opponent,
it is a little bit of a shame you can only take one or the other, and you couldn't take one of each because the way the Scourge of Garan rules work. Because both of them, I think, are interesting and do some cool stuff.
For that kind of build defensive castle thing. I prefer the Garam.
We go with the soggy one.
Yeah, for a defensive build, and this guy for a more offensive build where you're wanting to run and charge with Brokk or something.
Yeah.
Although you can't add one to charge rolls for boats anymore, so
Yeah, that's
it's less
a
good.
shame. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay. Moving on. So Endrinmaster of Endrin Harness. Basically, he can heal the Endrin dock now.
I mean, this guy got a big glow up for me because his like give a Skyvessel retreat and run and charge, retreat and shoot or run and shoot is just it just happens. There's no 2+. It just there you go.
I didn't spot
Although
Used to be-
2+ was already pretty good.
It was
yeah,
already
when you
good, and
failed
you
that-
took him with
that
Ironclads all the
was-
time. But now that one time in the tournament where you went, I need to get out of here. One shit.
You could guarantee
It's just no, it just happens.
if you
Yeah.
needed it, you would fail.
Sure.
Love that. So
I
I
think
mean, yeah, this guy I'll probably keep taking with Ironclads.
If you want to make your what's it called, Zontari Endrin dock better and get the better roll, he's probably the Endrinmaster you take because he's cheaper than the other. He does the same, he's just cheaper than the other one.
I mean,
The only
he
thing is
also
he does need to
like
be.
Ironclads don't have shooting
needs to be
combat
range of the
anymore, so
boat.
they need to be able to retreat and shoot.
Yes.
The thing is, he likely can't be in the combat range of the Ironclad and next to the Endrin dock.
No, I'm
At
not.
the same
I'm not
time.
beating anyone with the Endrin dock. The Endrin dock can do whatever it wants. This guy's glued to my Ironclad.
Yeah. So it's going to do the same role, and then, but I like the fact that it's not 2+ anymore. It's better.
Yeah.
I didn't spot that, so yeah. And yeah,
it's very nice.
it's a valid point
That's
as
his
well
main ability anyway.
about the ships losing shooting combat as well. So
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's just more. You can't stay in combat with an Ironclad. You've got to get out
Why can you not?
because then
then you
its
can't
whole
shoot.
shooting is gone.
So it's not there to shoot.
yeah,
That's
unless
there
you're
to-
just using it
I
as a
think
Your
target.
opponent is just being in combat with an Ironclad for the next 2 turns. probably.
Yeah, there is a benefit though, whereas if you retreat, but
If you leave, you get to
just sit,
drop bombs, and then if they
Yeah.
charge again, you get to do more mortal wounds.
you just sit
think-
3.1 inches away, like okay, charge me.
It's
no,
very valid
I'll do
now
more
with the
wounds on you
better
again.
save to throw boats into your opponent. You just tag them. Here,
Yeah.
deal with this while I'll sit here on my side of the table.
And if that thing doesn't fly, there's no reason why you wouldn't necessarily potentially retreat out and just sit in front of them 3 inches away and be like, okay, do you want to charge me again? And I'll do more
No,
wounds
I'd
to you again. I'll
actually-
just
I'd actually retreat. I can't retreat and charge. That's annoying.
yeah.
I don't know. You're just
But
giving ground.
the
that way.
process of retreating, you could drop bombs on them. If they charge you, you drop. Then you do more mortal wounds, and
I don't know.
Good
they
sort of
can't go
thing.
around you if you're
Yeah,
between
we'll
terrain.
get to it. But the Ironclad for me is now a big roadblock that you throw into your opponent,
You sit it between 2 terrain pieces and go, right, can you get through there? No.
or even charge your
yeah.
opponent with it. Like
Yeah.
here, you're stuck in combat with this thing for 2 or 3 rounds.
Hmm.
If you don't have retreat
Yeah.
and charge, you need to
Yeah.
retreat.
Yeah.
I can
And if they only
countercharge
get
you.
more wounds if they charge.
I can
and stuff,
countercharge
so it's
you.
like,
You're
okay, well, if I charge
stuck
you,
with it again. So yeah. Obviously, depending what it is, some things can destroy an Ironclad in combat, but like your
Yeah.
normal, let's say they have a big blob that they want to place on the objective to secure it. If you can tag that big block in their deployment zone, that thing will probably not kill
Hmm.
the Ironclad, and then it's just
Yeah.
sat there with with the Ironclad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some play with it.
Mhm.
let's. I mean, we sidetracked and we were talking about the Ironclad, but we got the.
Let's go to the
finish the heroes. No, finish the
What else
heroes.
have we
So
got?
Dirigible Suit.
Oh, this guy.
More Dwarven heroes.
So yeah, there's lots of Dwarven heroes. So the stats are the same. The Aethercast the same. The battery's the same. The saw.
The big thing that's changed is his.
Was the saw might have been D3 before on Chasser 2, like they did with the Endrinriggers.
Yeah, now he's like Brokk damage 2.
Yeah.
Combat engineers. That's what we're doing.
He can heal the Endrin docs, but you don't care about that.
Same. Yeah.
The reason they've added this ability, this is if you're going to take him, I think this is the reason why, unless you're trying to do this weird thing where you make him like a melee thing, but I don't think that's good. So combat engineers, once per turn army, any combat phase. So your opponent, well, a lot of our abilities are combat phase abilities now. So nearly all of the ones they've added. Pick this unit and up to one friendly Endrinriggers unit, wholly within 12 to be the targets. For the rest of the turn, combat attacks, maybe the targets against enemy units that charged this turn have crit 2 hits. So basically, he defensively buffs your riggers to give them crit 2 hits and himself.
Yeah. It's the same issue with the riggers.
Into offensive riggers, I guess.
Because they only have
160
and they have a
points.
lot of attacks. It is quite good. Crit 2 hits on them.
Yeah. In an ideal world, again, you countercharge with a frigate, bring him and the Endrinriggers in. They get crit 2 hits. They get the +1 to hit because Salvagers lit up that objective.
Yeah.
And then they get the extra rend.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points investment for a thing that might happen. As I said before, we'll need to see how defensive these balloons really are. Not sure if he's your choice to as a hero to stick next to them.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is why is it really that much better than countercharging with, say, Brokk and some Skywardens or something else?
Yeah.
Which
he
also
doesn't make the Endrinriggers better in healing. He heals free. No, he's with 160 points or what he is. He's not. He's probably the least likely hero I'll take. Unfortunately,
it's just a shame that it's only if your opponent charged for the crit 2 hits.
Yeah,
because if he just gave Endrinriggers crit 2 hits,
then he'd be very good.
Or if it was only if it was like crit 2 hits if the Endrinriggers charge, or if they're targeting something that charged. So it's like you can't just be like sitting in combat getting it. Not that
unfortunately
can sit in combat. But,
unfortunately, it is not. So not my favorite.
Okay. And he how many points is he now? He went down, so he's 130.
No, he went up.
Oh, he went up
160, I think.
Oh yeah.
He's expensive now.
Expensive. Okay.
He is 160 points, if those points are correct.
Right. Let's talk about boats.
Let's talk about boats.
Boats.
My big boy.
2+ save.
I mean, so he lost 2 wounds, but he's got 2 up save now. So in other words, he's so
better.
I love
it. Attacks wise,
his guns changed a lot.
Yeah, because you've got more torpedoes.
His torpedoes got. He found more torpedoes. His cannon,
you lost your carbines.
His cannon became rapid fire, and his carbine stopped working.
There's no carbines anymore.
Yeah, it is really like 24
so
inches and 18 inches, but it's not the reason you take it.
Force 2s, but damage 3, Ren 2 is huge.
I mean, it used to be D3 plus 3.
D3 plus 3, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And it used to be
3s, 2s, make 2 damage 3 on all out attack. Like you're all out attacking this guy.
But it used to be much better, but sure.
Yeah. I think the thing is you don't need to get him within 12 inches now to get this to feel like you're making the most of it shooting. You just need to be 18 inches away. So the other thing is the incoming ability down here. This one, all of the boats. Well, it and the frigate have this. The Gunhauler has a different named ability that basically does a very similar thing. So you roll a dice on a 2+, you inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll. The important thing here is it's not a D3 roll, so it's D6. D6 mortal wounds on a 2+.
The bomb that it used to have, right?
It's the one that we had it in the last book.
Yeah.
Well, we had it in the first book. Then they took it away. Then they brought it back.
And now it's
back.
Technically a different rule, but it's totally just the bomb.
But it is once per turn army.
Yes.
And it's in the combat phase.
And it's only against enemy units that charged.
So you can't do it twice if you had 2 ironclads.
And you can't do it offensively.
Or a frigate and an ironclad because they have the same.
So you can't charge your ironclad in and then drop the bomb on it.
Ironclad.
Yes.
You could do this with we'll get to it, but you could counter charge a frigate and do it.
Yeah.
But again, this is what I mentioned before. It's another. Are you really want to charge my castle? It's another potential D6 mortal wounds. Then the D3 from this and the D3 from that, and like it adds up. Now you just got 8-9 mortal wounds dealt to you before you did the thing. That's
you don't have to completely kill someone. You just have to take away their once you start taking away a few models, then
the output goes down.
Then the output goes down, and then you survive more for your fight back and stuff like that. So you talk about
it's really good. I like it.
Yeah, it's a shame it's once per turn army, but because you have stick a couple of boats next to each other. It's like, do you want to charge this? 3d6 mortal wounds.
Although you could always charge in a way that you're not within 3 inches of.
Yeah, it would just be. It would catch out the people that don't know about it, which is arguably not so good thing.
Still 10 bomb bracks, 3 units, 22 models.
And it lost its Endrinworks because we now get Endrinworks.
Yeah,
it's fine.
The big thing is the 2-up save.
It's fine. The issue I have with this is when we look at the frigate next is the frigate got a 2-up save. The frigate only lost 1 wound, whereas this lost 2, so there's only 4 wounds difference. And in theory, why can't I do the same thing I do with this that you're talking about doing with this with a frigate that's 160 points less?
So you have for 65% of the cost, you get 78% of the wounds.
Yeah.
So on paper, the frigate would be the better choice. What you need to find out, where is that critical point? Are the things in the game going to deal 14, 15 damage to a 2-up save? Because then the frigates is not good because it will die. Or will they do 10, 11, 12 damage? Then the frigate is perfectly fine in that roll. That's the thing. That's something you need to figure out, try out, see what are the big hammers in the game. How much damage will they do on average? Is the frigate the better choice? Obviously, this Ironclad can transport more people. It has a bigger base.
And the other thing to think about is also whether it's like, okay, well, all these hammers shouldn't necessarily kill a frigate on average, but what if they spike? And do you want to say not go 5-0 at a tournament because you go, oh well, if they had rolled averagely on that one particular occasion, I would have been fine.
That's always the excuse.
Yeah. But it's always the excuse for the people that don't go 5-0, isn't it? So I mean, I don't go 5-0. So
and as we mentioned before, the 6 attacks, the Admiral can make it 7 attacks each, all attack. Potentially, it's good shooting. 460 points is still a lot. It's a quarter of your army,
and it hits some 4s now.
Yes, and then there's a lot of negative to hits in the game, and then you're stuck at hitting on 5 or you're like destruction. Oof. Not good.
Yeah,
I think I think it's. I like it. I think the shooting again 2 is very good. We'll get through a lot of armor. We'll do a lot more damage, I think, than it used to.
Yeah, I mean it's 3 times as many of attacks, so it's just you've lost at short range. The carbines did a lot of work before because there was a lot of attacks doing damage too. And it was rend 1, but against the right targets, it was just weight of dice. We'll see. Osric says the Clad having less utility compared to a frigate's charge. It's just
Absolutely.
It's true.
It does.
Less utility, and it's more expensive, so you are basically taking it for the extra stats.
The Clad is the shooting boat, and the frigate is the combat boat.
But it's not the shooting boat anymore.
No. Well, it's also it used to have a role with the fact it could take 32 32 models with the Endrinwork, and it could, but they've taken that away as well, which I feel like is probably a good thing in some ways, because then it was always like, okay, well, it doesn't necessarily have to have that, but you're trying to point it based on the fact that it could do that. So the fixed transport capacity makes it easier to point, but I don't know. It's
not my first choice for a boat, unfortunately.
Okay, so the frigate, the most important thing is this ability, which we talked about a bit earlier, still works and is good. In fact, it's better than it was since the last FAQ.
They'll FAQ it, I guess.
They will fix this so that you can't charge after this. But the most important thing is you can charge and get strikes first with the stuff you take with the frigate. That's the important thing.
It lost a wound, but it gained a save. It's so good. Already 15 wounds on a 3-up were very good. Now it's 40 wounds on a 2-up, potentially ignoring a rend with all of defense.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff out there.
It's
-2 rend. Whereas
not
before
that much anymore in the game. And now people, if they need to spend all out attack and everything, to get through your inherent -1 to hit, they're -1 save as well. And even if they have got -2 rend, the point is you're now going to a 4-up or a 3-up still if you do all out defense, whereas before you were going up to 5-up, or if you all out defense, a 4-up. So those differences are huge. It's very so. I think a Battletome has 12 wounds.
Yeah,
and it cost 290 points. This is 300 points with 40 wounds, and it can still do all these things. It's crazy, man.
So point out a couple of things. So it does say your charge phase, but for those like new to the faction, this does synergize with Brokk because and with counter charge and stuff, because counter charge lets you do a charge ability as if it was your charge phase. And Brokk lets you do a charge move, which this has the charge keyword, even if you've ran. So you can run a frigate with Brokk and charge, and you can counter charge with a frigate. The frigate is, I think the frigate is our best Warscroll.
It is in the top 3.
It is the thing that gives us the most gas to compete, I think. I mean, in a vacuum on its own, maybe it would be rubbish if you don't have any melee stuff to take with it. But it's the things that letting us fight before our opponents with multiple units is huge.
Sure.
And including doing it in our opponent's turn. That's massive if you counter charge,
But setting up a counter charge is really difficult with this boat now that you can't remove the models first. It's rather big.
You can remove the models first.
Yeah, because they haven't fixed it. Well, they will fix it.
But the thing is, if your screen for the frigate is a harpoon crew, I don't think you can't because they move in the combat phase. Oh,
yes.
Never mind. If they moved in the charge phase, it would be really good.
Would be. But they don't.
Yeah.
Okay. It's still what it used to be, better safe. Great.
Yeah.
The shots were already not great on a frigate. Now they're less good.
Now let's go to the guy who has changed. significantly.
Well, the carbines weren't very good on the frigate. You had like 4. So
Was it 4 or 2? I don't know.
It was 4 shots of the frigate.
Yeah,
And then you had
so-
the 2 shots. You could be anti-monster, but still.
yeah.
But you have just 4 shots at 24 inches that you could just shoot someone with and 2 damage free. Maybe you get lucky. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Next one.
Moving
We
on.
need to stay beneath 3 hours, so we have 10 minutes.
Yeah. 10
Okay,
minutes.
well, we had 10 minutes to talk about the Gunhauler then. So the Gunhauler, 14
Because
inch
hello,
wave.
what do you mean it has a 2-up save? It's a Gunhauler. It has 2-up save now. It's 10
It's
wounds.
a metal boat.
It costs
It's a
140
metal boat.
points.
Of course, it has a 2-up wound.
It's a flying.
Jesus
Don't question
Christ.
these things.
Yeah, shut up. It's a flying steam tank.
I mean,
I love it.
maybe my days of calling it 2 guys in a flying bathtub are over.
Now it's 2 guys in a freaking like cast
Heavily
iron
armored
flying
bathtub.
bathtub.
So
Yeah,
I think it got the same shots as the Soggy Gunhauler.
Mhm. Yeah.
It also got the 14-inch move, so it's 4 inches faster than the other boats.
Yes.
2-up save, 10 wounds on a 2-up save. It's almost like a Bastillon, but costs half. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It also is only
Um,
1 shot less than the frigate. The frigate
Yeah,
is just
but
4
it
shots.
also wounds on 3s, not 2s.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
It can transport 5 people. The thing I really like, this is the only one that retained the ability to pick up people from combat.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yes.
So those 5 harpoonists or funders or whoever is left after the attack, you can transport them away from combat.
Or
if-
more importantly,
if you're-
heroes. If you need to keep your heroes alive.
Yeah, that hero
Yeah,
that's
although
stuck
you're not that bothered
in your
about if
front
they
lines. The opponent made the charge,
Yeah.
but they're stuck in combat there. You can just pull them
Mm.
out. Declare pick an enemy unit that's offline. It's bombs. Okay, 4 dice. And it doesn't have the. That's the one mentioned. The Ether Shot Overwatch.
So it's on a
It's
D3.
just D3 mortal.
It's a little bit.
So, yeah,
D3 mortal.
The point is you can do this as well as the Ironclad or the frigate one.
Yes. So it's another
Because
D3
probably-
mortal. So it's become charging your castle now because it's really miserable. You're gonna get potentially 3 D3 mortal wounds plus D6 mortal wounds. That can just take out half of your unit.
Yeah.
It's ouch.
It
can
doesn't
hurt.
give a defensive ward save to our big boats anymore.
No.
unfortunately.
No,
That'd
they
be
removed
really
that
good with a 2-up
6-up ward.
save. 2-up save less
Yeah.
than the ward would be good. Yeah.
I barely used that 6-up ward, to be honest.
No, because there was always this problem where you want the Gunhauler to go somewhere
Exactly.
else. Yeah, and so
I
it's good. I'm
think
glad they covered
this
that.
is better than the Gairan Warscroll.
Yes, because the
Because
guy
it has a
was
better
always
save.
clear.
Yeah, and the Gairon, you can shoot and move after shooting.
Or run and shoot as
and
well.
run and
potentially.
shoot if you have multiple ones. But
Yeah.
I think
mean,
the
it's
role
got
for this one, with a 2-up save, this is what I meant. You take 2 of these and you just pin the sides of your opponent's force.
Mhm.
And now they need to deal with these gunhaulers.
These are cheap enough that this is the other thing is a couple of these, 2 of these is 20 wounds on a 2-up save.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is more wounds than an Ironclad, but less points. So
Much
if you
less
wanted
points.
to pin something with a 2-up save, by putting a 2-up save into it, and this is faster, so it can get into them more reliably.
You could give it the +2 move.
Yeah.
6 inch.
But well, I mean, it's 4 inch faster than an Ironclad. So if you wanted to pin something by putting a 2-inch move in, 2-inch save
You can
unit into it,
give it run in charge with Brokk.
yeah. 2 of these is much less points than you'd spend on 1 Ironclad, and you get more wounds for them to try and
Yeah.
soak up.
Yeah,
There's
I
a lot of
wonder.
wounds
We
here
don't know
with the
yet.
cost.
because we haven't seen the profiles. I wonder if they will allow you to reinforce the normal Gunhauler as well.
Oh, if you can, colour me interested, because that's 20 wounds on a 2+ save.
Yeah, with an Endrinwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I still.
Although I don't
you
think
could
they
use-
will, because of the capacity thing would start being weird. Although they'd still have the same capacity, I guess, in total.
It's a unit.
It's for the unit.
Yeah.
It's the unit's ability. But
Maybe they probably won't. But
I
that would be
don't
fun.
think you could. You can do hordes of these things still. I don't think that's worth it. But I think one or two is definitely.
it's a lot of wounds for your opponent to choose.
I think
to
if you're
choose from.
doing hordes, probably the guy around one, because you just get better output. Because if you're doing hordes, that's all you have, like 10, 12 of these. Then you want the run and shoot and move after shooting, and everyone gets, and you get the units of 2s and so on.
Well, is there an argument to say you just clog up the board and deny space? Because they're half decent sized spaces, and just say, look, can you even get past these ones to get onto the objectives?
On a 2-up save, yeah,
it's a 2-up save,
maybe you
and-
just 8 of these are what 800, 900, almost 1,000 points.
Well, they're 140, yeah.
Yes.
So you should be able to fit, 13 in a list probably with some heroes.
Yeah, but eight of these that can clog.
8 is probably fine, and then you still have
130 wounds on 2-up.
That's a bit ridiculous. I mean,
just 10. It's 100 wounds on it. Yeah. We'll see. I mean,
Just
there is.
Charge them in. You charge in the first 3, turn 1 with run and charge.
Yeah.
And then they come closer, and then you charge in the next one, and then the next one, and they just can't do anything.
And before you charge, you're always flying over, dropping bombs.
No, that's movement phase.
Yeah, but
you
before
mean,
you charge.
your turn. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because you've got 14-inch move in these guys, so they can much more reliably drop bombs. I mean, they're not dropping as many, but.
Although it's you're gonna do 2 more ones. But
yeah.
Sure.
You've got 13 of them.
But it's, I mean,
that's 26 more.
10 of them, that's 30 shots. Force and freeze, rend 2, damage free.
Yeah.
It's a lot. On paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in summary,
interesting things to try out. I think the playstyle
definitely a lot to try.
differ.
Yeah.
You can still play the frigates, Alpha Strike, because you can just do it with Salvagers or Skywardens as you did. Nothing changed there. You lose some of your safety because of the redeploy. I think having at least a part of your army being that castle where if you charge in, it's really miserable. You won't do much. Now you're in range for my counter punch. Could be interesting to try out, and we'll also need to figure out what are the battle tactics we want to do. With this army, I like scouting.
You think scouting still?
Yeah, because now we got more good scout units. The
things are cheap.
The Vongrims, yeah.
Yeah, the Vongrim's been 90 points with 12-inch move.
Setup
and more wounds as well. So
they're
hard
the
to
problem for scouts. They don't care. You just can't put them in reserve, but sure. And for moving wards left and right, it could be really good in some matchups.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to see more combined arms lists now, because you'll be using like Thunderers to take away wards before you then charge in, or Thunderers to remove control score before you tag something, or and we now have an anvil, so we can now sort of just tie stuff up, and we've got to play with screens more now. You're going to see more diverse KO lists, less spam.
Yeah, for sure. No more all Thunderers.
Unless someone takes all Gunhaulers just to have loads of wounds on a 2-up save.
I'm sure people would try it out on TTS.
Well, we know someone that could try it out for real. So
Yeah.
Cron.
I have
See how people can chew through those 2 up saves.
I'm gonna play 9 or 10 once.
But what do we think is the main point of damage now on our list?
I
Melee.
think still
Vongrim?
It's still it was a mixture, but it's
Vongrim, or at least some of them to give the +1 hit. 2
Yeah.
Skywardens, probably
Mhm.
Skywardens.
Yeah.
I think Skywardens and Scavengers are 2 damage units.
Yeah.
They're not super damagey because, let's be honest, it's just dwarves with 1 rend. But with the strike first, you can activate 3 units in a row, basically.
And Brokk for +1 attack as well.
The extra attack, and then the shooting. In my experience so far in the edition, yeah, obscuring is super annoying, but it doesn't neuter
works.
all of the shooting.
Mhm.
And the objectives are quite far away on some battle plans. That always worked well for KO. So we'll see. Let's try and see what happens.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I'll play around with it a bit.
There's going to be a bit of a production meta as well, because people will get the new Vongrim stuff. How quickly can you paint them up? And people will be trying like units of 10 or like one unit at first, and then you're not going to see people spamming those because people won't have them.
Some people might.
Yeah.
There's always that one guy.
The one guy that just
It's a me, yeah.
has a week off work and then paints up 60.
Home office.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I think that's all we can cover for today's show. It's been 3 hours.
Been a long one.
We will come back and talk about the armies of renown because they're more interesting than they used to be.
They are really interesting.
But they're quite complex to figure out because you lose a lot of the normal KO stuff, gain a lot of stuff. It's weird, and they're not both the same in what you lose and gain. So, come back, talk about them, and I think we're gonna have to do a bit of a list chat show soon.
Definitely.
After we got some games in,
yeah. And just talk about the different ideas that people are thinking of and stuff. That would be cool. So yeah, I hope people like the show. If you did like the show, please hit like, please subscribe for more KO content in the future. Hit your little bell icon because that notifies you then when we do the shows. Thank you, Max, for joining me for tonight's show. Thank you, Cron. And Matt, I think I already thanked him earlier, but if he is watching at a later date, thank you to him as well. If you're in the chat, chatting to us, sorry if we did miss any of your questions or something. There was a lot of people today, but we like to have people in the chat. So thank you for taking part. That's cool. Come back and chat to us again in the future. It was a long show, so it was harder to keep an eye on the chat because we knew we were doing a lot. But we tried to keep an eye on it. But yeah, tune in next time, Skyfarers. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.